Let's see who's awake. Comments. Let's see who shows up in chat, if anybody. Hey, what's going on, Jeremy? How you doing, bud? I got a message from someone asking if they wanted to come, if I was going to go live. So I figured it'd be all right and go live. So we got one person in here. I wonder who's up. It's 2 a.m. here, Central Standard Time. Where are you at, Jeremy? Hey, look, there's Dale. What's going on? There's Becca. All right, we'll see how long we can make this last here. I'll send you an invite, Becca. Hold on. If you want to come on here. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to go live tomorrow night. 303 in Ohio. Fishing or cooking with Mr. Chavez. What's going on, Mike? Yeah, we're up late. We were in Brian B's channel chatting for a little while, and his stream crashed, and I think he went to bed. He was just calling it. Gave it a while for the buffering to stop. What's going on, Troy? And I got a message from Miss Becca, who I just sent an invite to, see if she wants to come on here. Just talk. I think I'm going live tomorrow night after Avid show. I'm gonna try and do an all-nighter. We'll see what we can do. Really want to get on some Flathead during a live stream. It's rough going here, but the last one I was on with Bob, I think we could have stayed out another hour later. I think if we started later and ended up later, we'd be doing good. So anybody else want to come on, just speak up and chat, and I'll send you a link. So that's what's going on tomorrow. Had a graduation party today. Did a little bait fishing yesterday. A little tired here. I need to watch that latest video of yours, Mike. I haven't had a chance to do it. I kind of fell behind when I went to Ohio last weekend, which was a blast. I know I've been talking about all week, but I had that much fun. So I'm trying to catch up on all my video watching. No brave takers in the house? Message me on Facebook. I'd post it up in a chat, but we had problems with trolls before, at least in somebody else's. I mean, pretty bad ones. So let me close this down, see if I got any notifications on the Catfish and Crappie page. Oh, wait, there we go. Hello, Becca. It doesn't even say that you looked at your message, which is weird. I'm like, wait a minute. There it goes. Now it shows.
Back me off of that. Yeah.
Can you hear? Okay, good. So what happened? The stream just died or what?
I don't know. Make me little.
Make you little like that?
Yeah. At least not something where I'm like taking up the whole screen.
Well, usually I'll do that, but this has been usually got it set up ready to go. So this is the first time I just kind of did this. I went to go start it up just on the YouTube, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't have guests that way. So I had to reset it up on StreamYard and go from there. So
yeah, that's kind of sucky. I told you if you start it, they'd come.
Yeah, that's a good thing. We got 7 people in chat, not too bad.
There'll be more.
We'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully I'll go fishing. It'll be another late night, so we'll see. We'll see if I can get on the fish. But the last one I did that Sunday, that was crazy. I had a lot of people show up in that one, and I didn't even get a fish. But I think if we'd have stayed, like I was saying, a little bit longer, we'd have gotten some. So, did you move to Arkansas already?
Not yet.
Okay, because it sounds like
this seems like it's taking forever.
Yeah, I know that was.
But I lived there before.
Yeah. So, hey, Tiger, what's going on?
Yeah, after I got divorced, I moved back here, to help my folks out. and then I lost both of them, and then so I've been trying to get everything situated here. It just took, then COVID happened, and then it took forever. So I'm still waiting on some paperwork and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, heaven help y'all when I get over to Arkansas.
Yeah, it'll get done sooner or later. Are you going to be by any place to fish over there?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'll be about a half mile as a crow flies from the Ouachita River. So
the what river?
The Ouachita.
Never heard of it.
Yep, it's matter of fact, from my understanding, there's it averages 30 to 50 pound flatheads in it.
Oh, I heard you say that. 30 to really?
That's what my uncle told me. So, and then there's lakes around there too.
Uh-huh.
But if I want to, try to target, get more not more into it, because my love will always be crappie. But if I want to get into the catfishing part, targeting, then that's where I'm going to do it. I just gotta make sure I can get signal there.
Yeah, that's if you're going to go live. So you plan on going live while you're fishing out there?
Might as well. I'm out there. Might as well.
Hey, look, Run and Gun 81. I think that's a new one. I don't recall that name. If you've been in my chats before, I apologize if I missed you. But usually I got a guest on here, not that you're not a guest, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to do an interview and stuff, so it's sometimes kind of hard to keep up with chat. Like I was saying in Brian's chat, that it's hard to do without a co-host, because a co-host will usually take care of the chat and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And if I'm trying to ask a guest questions, it's hard to watch chat. So
yeah, that's what I've been doing here lately, is I've been co-hosting.
What? Brian, I'm going to send you a link, buddy. You want to come up here?
He never went to bed.
I thought you went to bed. Hold on, let's get him up here. Let's see if he's willing to come up here, or if he's too tired. Let's see.
He was very tired.
He looked tired. Him and Az both look kind of beat.
Let's see who all we got in there. Hey, I'm kind of a little bit peeved at Mr. Chavez there. He promised me that he would detour through Texas to bring that food here. And he missed Texas.
I had some good food today. We went to a graduation party, which is why I'm not. It's funny because I went to this graduation party and thinking it was Saturday, it'd be all right, because here the river gets super busy on the weekends. And so I'm thinking after the graduation party, I'd take a ride down. Hey, Don Davis, thank you very much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. That is so cool. We'll show that one up there.
I still love you, Mr. Chavez. I mean,
everybody loves Mike. Mike's a good dude. He's a great supporter of all the shows, and he's definitely in all the chats and stuff. So it's always good to see him. But like I was saying, I went to that graduation party thinking I wasn't going to miss out on any fishing or anything tonight, because I really don't like going on the river on the weekends because it's so busy. So what I did after the graduation party is I packed up my camera gear and I went out on the river. And I took a bunch of pictures for thumbnails and stuff. And while I was out there wasn't any boats on the river. I was like, son of a gun. Would have been a perfect night to go out there and fish tonight, but I guess you live and learn. So next time I go out there to do that kind of thing, I'll have the boat in tow just in case. So,
I almost bet you. I think I'm sub to Run and Gun 81.
I'll have to check that. I need to go through my subs, Becca, because I have so many of them. It's ridiculous. A lot of people don't put out any new content or anything, so they just kind of sit there. So I've been meaning to go through that whole list of them. I think last I checked, I had like 527 channels I'm sub to, which is crazy. I can tell you guys here in a minute. Let me see if I go to my no, I can't. I'm on a different screen.
Mine is like 2,000.
That's wow. And how many of those people actually are putting out videos?
Well, besides a few like in the catfishing community where they're just like George Ray, he doesn't have anything on his channel, and I know I'm sub to him. Then actually most of them.
Hold on a second. I'm going to look up.
Yeah, I did. I just looked it up.
Do you have his link?
Uh-huh.
Are you in chat? Well, can you post that or no?
Of course I can post it.
I don't doubt that for a minute. Yeah, Jeremy's posting his channel or saying he's got a channel up there. Now you guys got to remember to watch their videos. It's always good to watch their videos. If they got a video, sub to them and sub to them while you're watching a video. I think that might even be a safer bet than just commenting on a video. So
Yeah, because I remember I commented on Run and Gun.
So Run and Gun, where are you from? Is that Dan or Don? Dan, where are you from too? That is Dan. Cool. Let us know where you're from, what you guys fish for, what your PBs are, all that good stuff. Might as well talk about some fishing, right, Becca?
Of course.
All right. I am actually going to click on his. I wonder if I can even do that. I can't even click on his link from here unless I got a YouTube window open. I might do that. Hold on a second. Oh, look.
Yeah, he
Oh, wait, sorry. I got to mute that. All right, there we go. Now I'll click on his link. Open a new tab.
He does a lot of it looks like gaming stuff.
Okay, I'll give him a sub. 35 subscribers. You got 36.
Except for the one I commented, that was the flyover, the Brown versus the Bengals.
The Wright's Trapping. What's going on, bud? How you doing? We got all our night owls in the house. We got 13 people in here already. That's pretty cool. Can't complain about that.
Hey, Mr. Coyote, how you doing?
Is that his last name, or is that just something you guys call him?
It's his nickname. That's what he's known by, is Mr. Coyote.
There he is. What happened to your stream, bud?
I don't know what happened.
I'm in there chatting and stuff, and then all of a sudden, poof, it froze up. I'm trying to get ready to stream all night tomorrow. We'll see if I can do a whole nighter. I'm getting too old for this shit. We're gonna try to do it. So I took a nap today before I had to go to that graduation party. Kind of crashed out, and we'll see. I got my work all set up for Monday, so I should be all right. But I need to get on some fish. I mean, I can drag baits for channel cats all day, but I want to get a flathead on live. That's my goal for this year. I missed a couple of monster ones already this year. I got 3 already, so I missed one. I swear this one had to been like 60 pounds. I'm not even kidding. I have it on video. I need to make it into a short. So we'll see. And it was in the middle of the day too, so the picture quality and everything's there. I just need to get around to editing it. I can't look at which. Yeah. So when are you? So tell me about the Potomac and how easy it is to catch fish there that everybody keeps saying.
I'm not gonna say it's easy. You know, you gotta know where you at. You gotta look at the water just like every place else.
Well, look at the guys who went out. They drove all the way out to the James River and they had a hard time. That just goes to show you that. I mean, even though there's big fish there, they're not always there to catch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you trust and believe me, we got hard times here too. It's a little tough. It's a rough catch. Certain spots, certain times. But if you know if you know the river, then you know where to go.
Yeah, and if you live in an area, you can fish that same spot a bunch of times and up your odds and stuff. I get it. That makes sense to me. But that's how come I don't do all these tournaments, because I ain't going to compete with a damn channel cat. That's the problem. I can catch a couple.
I love everybody coming in the tournament that get only channel cats.
I can do that all day. My last channel cat live stream, I got like 17 on, and then I had one when I shut the stream off. So I had like 18 channel cats that day. That was crazy. And then a couple other times I got 2 flatheads, but that was just dragging baits. Speaking of dragging baits, look at these planer boards I just picked up. Tell me those aren't weird.
Oh, wow.
Looks like almost like building blocks.
Look, Legos, look at that, light up and everything. We may try these tomorrow night. We'll see. But if I want to get a flathead, I don't think I'm going to drag baits, but I'd like to see how they look at night, though. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Jeremy wants to know if Brian B has a chip in his depth finder.
No.
I don't have one in mine either.
Time on the water, like y'all said.
I don't have one on mine because I get that. I have the app for Navionics, and it's wrong on my river. It is so wrong, not even right. So until I start traveling a little more, which I'm starting to do, I'm going to wait before I do that. I also got, plans for some new electronics. So
yeah, I got.
Hey, look at this. I got a troll. You guys see that troll in there? Or did he got blocked? I can see him in my chat. I can't. There we go.
Yeah, I can see. I see him.
That stuff be so funny. How does somebody find me? You know what I mean?
I took care of them already.
They click on live, and then they see live chats, and they just come in.
Dan Davis says he's from California, lives in Napa wine country. I fish for sturgeon, stripers, and salmon and crappie. No complaints there.
Mike Chavez, it was an honor and a pleasure.
So was he at that
them early in my chat?
Oh, in the chat? Did you go to that meet and greet today?
Yeah, I was there.
Who was all there? I was at that graduation party, so I didn't get a chance to tune in.
We had
DMV.
Yeah, DMV showed up. We didn't even know if he was coming or not. I don't think he didn't respond. I don't think he responded to nobody and said that he was coming. He didn't give a yay or nay. He had his daughter this weekend, but he ended up popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, me, Has, Bex, and Steven, Mark, Fishing Magician 2.0. We were pretty much the hosts.
Right.
Mike and Sharon came. Chris from Catfish came.
Now, how far did everybody drive to get there? Or are you guys all kind of local?
We're local.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we did. It was pretty much me, Has, Bex, and Mark pretty much put it together. Say, hey, let's do a meet and greet for everybody that's in the area to meet up with us, have a cookout, and just throw our rods in the water and have a good time.
Yeah, you guys are pretty lucky to have each other out there. That's pretty cool. Yeah,
we were thinking that. Well, Chunky knew, but we didn't know if he had something to do or what. But a limo pulled up, and we thought it was Chunky. We said, "Chunky, that's Chunky in that limo."
You gave me an idea. I might have to pull up to a meet and greet in a limo one of these days.
I told him he was coming in a helicopter. So.
Oh, look, there's Stan. I think I'm going to send him an invite, and let's see how late we can keep him up when he has to go tomorrow to his to Stan Day. We'll see if he accepts.
Hill Jack also came in.
What's going on, Hill Jack?
Dale Hayslip.
Dale, I think I said hello to you. I'll say hello to you again, Dale.
Mr. Troy, your boy Troy.
Troy's in there. What's up? Troy says he's not at home. Right with Ryan. Bortz, Blue Collar Fishing. Hey, are you on the water, Brian? Or Ryan, you want to come on here too? We'll get him on here. He'll talk some smack.
There's a bunch of night owls.
I didn't think Ryan would be up. Stan didn't even look at his message yet.
I think he said he was on the. I think he said he was going to be on the water. He was getting ready for a 24-hour thing.
I don't know. Yeah, he could be.
Oh, he says he don't have his light.
Oh, so he is on the water. He doesn't have his light. All right.
I mean, he could talk in the dark.
He can always do that. All right, I'll send you one. Hold on, Ryan. Let me send you a link.
We can imagine what your fish looks like. See, that's one time you can say it's 75 pounds and it's only 20, you know, because we couldn't see it.
So, yeah, everybody keeps saying it's chunky weight. What's up with that story?
Because you know Chunky, he don't put him on the scale. He say,
I've watched Chunky for the longest time, and I'm not even going to lie. I just have been so busy and been doing all sorts of stuff, trying to get my stuff under control, that I tune in and out of there from time to time. I do like a lot of the guys do who are busy, and I keep hearing that talk about Chunky this, Chunky that Chunky's calling his fish heavy.
It's 20 pounds Chunky style. That means it might be. If it's 20 pound Chunky style, it might be a 10-pound fish. You know, he give it 7-8 pounds, but in reality, the fish only like 4 pounds.
I'll give him a few ounces. I'll give him a few ounces. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely give him a few ounces, but other than that, I mean, I caught that one channel cat. It was like 13 pounds, like 14 ounces. I'll give it 2 ounces. I'll call it 14 all day. I call that a management decision.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing still
definitely. Up? Most definitely.
What are you still doing up?
Who, me?
Brian? Yeah, you.
I'm a man. I'm a night owl.
All right, we're gonna do this now. Do I want to hide them or ban him? Hide user from this channel. There we go. There's Ryan. There he is. What's going on, bud?
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Out here moving spots. I went about 3 miles downriver. Out here on the Ohio, we got some ripping current right now. Well, it's not real bad, but it's enough. I'm probably gonna have to use my spare battery to get back to the ramp.
Yeah. So, where on the Ohio are you?
I'm in Milton, Kentucky. It's just above. Actually, I think it's just below where the Kentucky River dumps into the Ohio River.
Okay. So you're wait, is that on the east or the west end of the state?
It'd be the northeast.
North on the east end. Okay.
We came up here. We're doing a little fishing for autism. So there was just 3 of us brave enough to come up here and do it. But
hey, what's going on, Papa T? How you doing, Alicia? She's another one that's up late.
Kayak Mike is smoking our butts right now.
Is he? How's he doing?
I've had 2 bites.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in Ohio last week, we fished on Sunday on the Ohio, and I fished in the same spot that Chris Souders was at the day before, where he killed it. We were at the same spot. We didn't even get a bite except for a channel cat.
Timing is everything here.
That's what they tell me. And we couldn't find bait other than like thumbnail size. I'm talking about your thumbnail size shad that day. It was a rough day. What's going on, the Chad? How you doing, Polar Bear?
What's up, Polar Bear?
There's a power plant here behind me.
Did she put you in a timeout, Stan?
It sounds like it.
Sorry, Ryan. Stan's in trouble. He can't come out to play.
Oh, grounded.
So is this a 24-hour tournament you're in?
Oh, it's 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock, or 8 o'clock last night till 8 o'clock in the morning.
So it's an 8 to 8, just like the 7 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I might have a tournament during the day during that 7 to 7, since you guys are going to be done at 7 in the morning. I was been planning one for a while. I just waiting to hear back from somebody. So keep your ears open. I think that'd be the best way to do it without stepping on anybody. The only thing is it's multiple days, but
there's also another one.
There's
one going on
I'm gonna get
right
in and
before
I'm
that.
be up all night.
Well, don't worry, we'll get you in there. Trust me, it'll be interesting. It'll be. We'll see if it pans out. I'm waiting to hear back from a company, and we'll see what happens. We'll see. I've been trying to work this out for a while now, and then everybody's coming up with their tournaments and stuff, which is fine. But last thing I want to do is step on anybody's toes intentionally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is something else though that's going on. That's supposed, because I remember somebody told me, because I remember they're going to be ending that morning, and then the 7 to 7 starts that evening. So there's something going on. Like the day before, on the 20th.
I've been keeping
the 19th. Snake
it's
River
on the
is doing his 24-hour.
That's what it is.
Who's doing that on the 19th of what? September or October?
August.
Okay, who's
Snake
doing
River.
That
Snake River.
He's doing his 300. He's doing his 300 sub giveaway, but at the same time, he's doing a 24-hour sturgeon fishing show. But he will be going for a certain amount of hours, then stopping, and then coming back in.
All right.
And
Well,
doing
he's
another
fishing.
couple hours.
He's fishing for sturgeon. Oh, that's something totally different. We'll see what happens. I got to get this stuff rolling either way, so we'll figure it out. All of these tournaments going on. Hopefully, people won't get worn out by them. What do you guys think? I know Ryan will never get worn out fishing tournaments. That I know for a fact.
Believe it or not, I'm actually going to take the month of August and slow down.
Well, that's the slow month, ain't it?
Now June was a slow month. I should have took June off. I'm not taking completely off. I'm still fishing and I'm still in a few tournaments, but I'm not.
So he's only doing 4 tournaments instead of 12.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not traveling if I can help it. I mean, pops up, I might, but.
So how many tournaments have you done this year, Ryan? I'm still here.
I would say around 20, 25 this year, maybe more.
When do you see your family, bud?
About every other day.
That's good. You still remember what your wife looks like?
Yeah, she cooked for me this morning, so.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now if I can get mine to cook for me, we'd be in good shape.
If mine don't cook, I don't cook nothing.
No.
No.
I cook everything. I'm a pretty good cook. I'm not bad at all.
If it's up to me, we're eating McDonald's or Corner Market.
What is Corn Market?
Corner Market is the little gas station, grocery store, deli, restaurant. The only thing we have in my town besides a dollar store.
How big is your town, Ryan?
I think we have like 300 and some people, 400. Something like that.
We got Sean the man in here. What's going on, Catfish Heroes? How you doing, bud? What are you doing up? Good morning. I guess it is morning for some people.
It is.
Uh-oh.
So I said,
I know what that means.
East Coast, it's 3:30 already. So
No, he's in my time zone, I think. He's in Illinois, isn't he? He's over by Epic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he fishes with Epic, so they're probably semi-close.
Troy, I feel the same way. Troy says, if my wife cooks for me, I feel like I'm in trouble. So did you guys have a big cookout today at that meet and greet?
Yeah, it was, yeah, we had fish. His wife did, I don't know how many things of chicken, bags of chicken that he put on the grill. That
he wasted all that
hot
bait.
dogs, hamburgers, your regulars.
He wasted all that bait.
Oh no.
No,
her chicken is not bait. Her chicken got to go in your stomach because her chicken is good. You heard it in its song.
I did. I actually did buy that too to help support him. So that's cool.
They had tables and tables and tables of food.
Yeah,
I mean, you could see it back there. And Mr. Chavez, he took wings and
he brought wings. He brought I know he brought chips with cheese, and I don't know what else he brought. And then James Kirkpatrick and Lizabella Kirkpatrick, they came from down Baltimore. They came down.
Okay.
And I think they brought a big thing of pasta. So we had food on top of food.
I saw Haz mess his reel up twice. That was pretty funny.
What did you do, backlash?
I was staying away from the cook.
Something happened.
So I let him do his thing.
I'm not sure. He didn't have the handle tightened down right or something. It was.
And it was flipping.
Yeah, whenever he got a bite while he was cooking, and then ran over there and grabbed the rod, and then the handle you reel with just.
Oh yeah. It was. He was trying to reel it in the opposite way. So instead of reeling it in, he was unwinding the handle from out of the reel. Yep.
That'll happen. Especially when you're messing around.
A buddy of mine did that, and he lost it. The handle popped out, and the screw that was on the other side fell in the water. So when he seen that, he said, "What in the world?" And then the handle fell out, and that went in the water. I said, "Yeah, you done."
Is that it? Also, he lost the handle. What reel was it? Do you remember?
It was something. I know. I cannot. It was something that somebody gave him, but he never tightened it up. I guess at that point, moving around rods and stuff, they get loose. You always got to pay attention to them. But he got it fixed.
I'm reaching over into my little bookshelf I got here. I have a power reel here that I'm waiting to use. I'm waiting on a rod to get to me, a custom one I'm having done for me. And I bought this for a reel. I'm not going to show you guys the reel yet, but see this power handle right here?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Take a guess how much this one was. I'm kind of embarrassed to say how much I paid for the damn thing.
$30.
It was $42.
I was gonna say 50.
$42 for a reel handle. But guys I talked to say it's the bee's knees, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll take it out the first time I go bumping. I'm supposed to be out on either the Missouri or the Mississippi bumping, hopefully by the end of the year. We're going to try that once. I'm looking forward to that. So
we was talking about that earlier. Bumping. I never bump. I never drag. None of that. Every when I go, I anchor up.
Good night, Stan. Yeah, I'm an anchor up guy I'm a bank fisherman, to be honest with you. But I got that boat 2 years ago, and I started anchoring up, and I did a little bit of dragging. Like if you guys see my intro on my videos, which I need to start putting more out. I got so much video I need to edit. It's ridiculous. That fish was caught actually the first time I was out dragging. So that was kind of cool. And then I had that show with Chad, and me and Chad talked about dragging. He told me about all the stuff that he was doing, which he was mentored by Mark Blaveau, I believe, at a tournament or two that he fished with him. So he did that. And of course, watching, the great Ryan Bortz do it on his kayak.
I said I was going to do that.
But there's just so much debris out here that it's just about impossible.
Yeah, that's how it is in the Potomac, because at the bottom, you never know it's not so much, it's muddy down there, but you got tree barks and everything.
Bodies.
Dragging weights is cool, but it's like, oh my goodness. I can only imagine what I'm going to go through just trying to go a half a mile down the river.
I did what was it? Was it my second live stream I did dragging, or the last one I did? I tried a different section of the Fox, right? That I didn't try dragging baits. I've caught flathead and I've caught a lot of channel cats in that area, but it was always anchored up. I tried dragging weights, and I had started to stream, and I'm telling you, I was snagged up for the first almost 90 minutes of my stream, just undoing snags the whole time. So I kind of reeled up, got everything all settled up, and I just went back to where I went the first day, and I knew I could drag over there and not get too snagged up and get on some fish. So that wasn't too bad. But I'm just used. What's good about that dragging is you can cover a lot of ground and find the fish. So I think I added 2 more honey holes to my database of where to fish. So. And plus it's kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie. So are you thinking about trying it, Brian?
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna try it.
Now what's that?
I gotta step my game up. I got a couple people that I'm going against in this monster cat challenge. So I'm gonna have to try some different techniques other than anchoring up.
So what is the monster cat challenge?
Big fish win.
It's just big fish. No numbers, no nothing, right?
Yep.
Now what's your estimate?
Palmetto said he might do something different, but big fish win.
What do you think it's going to take to win? What do you think it's going to take?
It's hard to say with what
a big fish
going against, but if I can get a 60 in there, I'll be good to go.
60 is a big fish. Now, how often do you come across a 60 blue cat where you're at?
It's not often, but
that's what I was thinking.
I gotta. That's why I gotta move around the river to go get it instead of sitting in one place looking for it or baiting it in.
I mean,
Dan are fishing together, so it's going to take a 50 or a 60 to beat them, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Who's fishing together?
Dan and Stan.
Yeah. Well, Stan's he's had some streams. I know Stan's saying good night, bud, unless you're still listening. But I know Stan's had some streams where, he's putting not the biggest fish on there. I mean, it happens to everybody.
Yeah,
It's whether or
that's
not they're
now.
gonna
No,
come.
you talking about in October?
Yeah, that is a good time of year.
Yeah, you don't make the river in October, man. It's
You talking about the end of October? You may as well say November, October 30th.
Well, I think you guys are we have a lot shorter of a season here. We have a lot shorter of a spawn. It kind of hits hard and fast. And then the season wraps up real quick because it gets so darn cold out here or up north here. So we got to, September is going to be good, or August and September should be pretty good on river, but November's hit or miss. It really is.
October to March is a gold mine.
Yeah. March. Oh my God. March
30 to 40s
to melt.
30 to 40s all through October to March, and that's when I hit that 70. When we hit that 70, should I say? I'm not taking that by myself. I
gotta move. Polar Bear says, not that I know. What's he say here? Not that I know of. I just fished some farm ponds around here. The Hocking is only a foot deep here. I guess the Hocking is a river out by you.
No, not by me. He's in Ohio.
He's in Ohio. Yeah, I met him at the meet and greet too. Real nice guy. Man, I met everybody over there. It was a good time. Slime Cat Outdoors. I even met Willie over there.
I seen you coming up. When, Dobson had his live stream going. Yeah. You were walking up, but then his phone started messing up.
Did it start messing up? Because I actually hollered at everybody. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Dobson Crew 420?" And
it had lagged, and then it got stuck, and then it just spent. I said, look at Mark. I said, that's Mark right there, and then it said,
"Oh, that's horrible."
You're about 3 steps away from the car.
I was worried I might have been acting like a fool a little bit. Well, Willie brought that out of me, I guess. So I try to keep it restrained here.
You bring the best out of you.
He does. The real person out of you. I try to keep my channel pretty much on fishing and stuff. Why are you so quiet, Becca? This is the quiet I've ever heard her.
Oh, I've been looking at chat. Hilljack said that he's going to be off here for a while. He's going to the oil fields.
What's the oil fields?
I'm assuming he's going to go to work.
Oh, he's going to work? Well, have a good day.
That's what I'm assuming.
We'll have a good day at work there, Hilljack.
So it sounds like he's taking off a little while from YouTube.
I think you have to say oil for Mark to know what you're saying.
Yeah, the oil fields.
Oil fields.
How do you want me to say it?
Oil.
Oil.
The pipeline.
Oh, yo.
Can you guys hear Coco snoring? Can you guys hear her snoring? Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I got this new mic. It's hard to hear. My old mic, everybody used to be able to hear, but she's cutting wood like you wouldn't believe. Oh my God. She's going to start farting in a minute.
Yeah. See, Hilljack said the pipeline.
Ryan, what kind of bait are you using, bud? We got a question in chat here.
I've got skipjack and bluegill. Live bluegill, skipjack. Y'all can't see me, but one with live bluegill, one with skipjack, and one with cut bluegill that died.
So can you tell us what you've caught so far today?
A piece of barbed wire and 2 tree limbs.
I've had those days.
Mr. J Fox is back.
What's going on, J Fox? How you doing, bud? Mike, what are you doing? What is Mr. Chavez doing up? Are you a late night owl, Mike, or are you working, bud?
He works.
Jeez.
Next
to work when everybody's ending their streams.
That could be. What's up, Zach Stuckey? How you doing, bud? So how's your channel going, Brian? Are you growing fast enough or what?
Yeah, I'm not looking for a big jump on anything.
Yeah. What are you looking to do with your channel?
Take it slow. I haven't even been out fishing live other than on the tournament. So my channel it's doing better than what I thought it would be at this point. So
That's, you want to know something? That's how I started mine. And then Avid is like, hey, you need to do my show while I'm working. And here I am. So I kind of fell into it. I really did. I wish I had more time to give to it. I'd be, putting a lot more content out, but it's kind of funny how things happen. So you never know. You could be the.
I got Snatcher and Has in my ear, and they're just pushing me, motivating me, and hey, come on. What are you waiting on? Something like, okay, I'm coming.
You're not a puppy dog.
There's some hard-working people out there. They're hustling. They definitely are hustling. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how you get somewhere.
They just motivating me to keep doing it. And when they see that I did my giveaway, that was my first time going live. So that's why Snatcher was up there and they came up there, just give me the support and make me feel comfortable. And then I think I'd be all right.
You did fine. I was tuned in on that. I watch a lot. I don't always talk and chat. If I'm working or something, it's kind of, just have it running in the background. But let me ask you guys a difficult question. How do y'all feel about giveaways and stuff? Do you feel that a channel needs to have giveaways? Because I really don't do many giveaways. I don't. I'll admit it.
No, I don't think so. I do it to. I did my giveaway this time to, one, go live, get comfortable with it, and at the same time show my appreciation. But I could have gave away one thing and that'd have been it. But,
right. I did a very few giveaways, and the ones I did were to thank the people that were in there. I made sure that the crew people got a chance at winning that ice rod, and then I gave another one just to the general masses because I don't know, I kind of felt torn about whether or not, and I should ignore those people, so I did that and gave away a couple other things. But I don't do very many, and I guess my whole frame of mind is I'm looking for like my audience. Not that I don't want to thank people or anybody, but I just don't want people there just to win stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of
if they like you. Yeah, if they like you, they're gonna stay.
Yeah.
I had 300. I was at 304 when I did my 250. And just because I just had to make sure that everything was in place, and you know how that happens, you might have 304, and then it dropped back down or whatever the case. I don't want to do a 250 giveaway like P City, P City, and then you drop from your 400 after you do your 400 giveaway. So it was get that in order, and then boom, let's go, let's do it. Show my appreciation. I think the max was 57 people in for the giveaway. And that was good. That's cool. It gave everybody a fair chance to win.
Yep. I think milestone giveaways are a good thing to do. I really do, to thank the people.
And that's the only time I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm not giving away stuff just to be giving away stuff.
I mean, and these giveaways are fun. People love them and stuff. But, lately I'm thinking these people sound like the guy calling bingo numbers at church on Friday night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Trust and believe me, I'm working on that giveaway too.
Yeah.
Because you see how that went.
I need to get some darn hats ordered. The guy actually emailed me and said that he finally got some more of the Richardsons in stock. So I'm going to give the guy who I dealt with, he kind of, his wife had a baby, and she, he went and got another job, and the guy that's left over there I haven't dealt with too much. And when I did my merch sale, he kind of was really slow on getting the product out. So I need to make sure that he's going to take care of me before I do anything else like that. So last thing I want to do is have, people get their stuff slow or not be happy with what they get. So I figure I'm going to wait until I got about, I don't know, if I ever get there, 5,000 subs before I do another merch thing. JP Outdoors, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
GP3.
Hey, JP, how you doing?
So that's my whole thinking of that. People
one thing about merch is if it's good quality, then people gonna buy it.
Yeah, mine was all my stuff's good. I've bought a lot of merch from other channels through, like, what is it? Cafe Press, is that it, or what's the one that a lot of people use?
Teespring. And that stuff is terrible. I mean, I got a couple shirts.
They they mark their prices up so high. Even if you want to put it on there, you got to mark your stuff up so high just so you can make $1 off of it. Yep. And that's just pointless.
And don't throw those shirts in the dryer, man. Trust me, I know.
I don't throw no shirts in the dryer.
But
I don't care if it say Nike on it.
the stuff that I got from the other merch sale, I got some of that performance gear, some of the lighter stuff, which is really nice. I mean, I was wearing the black high performance, and I forget the name of the company that makes it, in 90-degree heat, and I was still staying cool. And you know what? The shirt doesn't shrink. I don't dry it, but I'll wash it like normal.
Hang it up.
It won't shrink. Yeah. And then I got the performance hoodie, and I got a bunch of stuff. I pretty much took all the profits that I made from it and turned it into my own merch. So I kind of did all right over there. A little behind the scenes.
Dry fit shirts with everything, even just everything that I wear. I will wear dry fit shirts every day.
Yeah. What do you do? Hang them up on the shower or something to dry them off? You said you don't use the dryer, so you just like hang them up on a line or something dry?
Yeah, I'll put them. I got a laundry room, so I'll hang them up. I got a bar going across in my laundry room. I'll hang them up there instead of. I told you, Mike.
Congratulations, Mike. That's awesome, bud.
Woohoo!
Hot wings for everybody.
Yes, he brought wings today, and they were tasty.
What kind of wings did he bring?
I don't know what they was. They was good.
Those are my favorite kind of wings, the good ones.
I didn't even ask.
Michael speak. He'll tell us.
Mm-hmm. Him and his wife Sharon, they were awesome.
Maybe someday I'll get.
Why they don't just move down here?
How far is he away from you guys?
I think he said an hour and a half, if I'm not mistaken.
That's not bad.
Smoked buffalo wings. I think he said an hour and a half.
Those are my favorite kind, Mike. The only thing is I need to make sure they get crispy. That's the hard part. He knows what I'm talking about.
You know, that's one thing, though. I don't care. I know it's going to sound, totally everybody's going to be opposite of me, but I don't care for buffalo sauce. It's too, I don't know. I don't know if it's too vinegary or.
You just get the wrong buffalo sauce. That's all that is.
Yeah, get yourself like a garlic parmesan or something like that. That stuff's fire too.
Oh, you mean there's buffalo sauce that's not buffalo sauce?
There's hot wing sauce. There's all different kinds.
3 hour.
Okay. Well, I knew there was other sauces, but I don't call those like buffalo. I call it just the buffalo. Be the ones that that taste like the cruddy buffalo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3 hour. 3 hours. 4 hours because of traffic. He had traffic on 95.
I like a mango habanero, Mike. That's what I'm talking about.
Now that's good. So you would call the mango habanero a buffalo?
No, we'd call them mango habanero hot wings.
Oh, okay. All right. So buffalo's still buffalo then.
Yeah, buffalo's a vinegar based in pepper sauce.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, that's the one I don't like.
Yeah, just like Kevin says, it's Frank's Red Hot is basically what it is. So.
Pretty much.
It is 3 a.m. and there's 20 people in here.
So you be asleep and you don't know that people be up chatting and.
Oh, I don't be. I'm not sleeping, Brian. You're talking. Oh
yeah. Sometimes you pop in on certain channels. I'll be like, oh hey Mark, what you doing?
I'm up. I work for myself, so if I got my work under control and I don't have to be up early, I'll be up all night watching YouTube and stuff. So
yeah,
it all depends on what I got going on. I'm fortunate that way. So
yeah, same here.
So what's the weather been like where you guys are at? It's going to be super cool this week, which is why I'm kind of worried about fishing tomorrow.
I don't think we even hitting 85 this week.
I went live. Started and it rained me out. Well, it rained me out, and I had 2 rods hung up within 20 minutes and broke off 3 rigs and was trying to deal with current and 4 rods and trying to read chat. And I was like, no, not happening today.
Is that when you were? Is that when you were complaining about how much you hate tying rigs, Ryan?
I hate tying rigs.
Yeah, you said that earlier today. I'm like, well, tournament guys got to tie a lot of rigs. Now, how often do you lose rigs?
I lost 8 in the first 2 hours I was here today.
That's crazy. I don't think I've lost 8 in the last 5 trips I was in.
But this is my first time ever coming here.
Uh-huh.
And it's got some gnarly bottom over on where I'm at now. I couldn't even suspend drift over there earlier. It just, you'll be going down through there in 30 foot of water, and the next thing you know, you're sitting in 15 and then you're in 30 again. It just work you to death. And my transducer for my sonar is directly under me. And then I've got rods behind me and rods in front of me. Well, if I'm drifting backwards and using my trolling motor to keep me slowed down, then my back two rods get to hang up or a high spot before my sonar does. So I don't even get to see it coming. It's just, oh, well, we're hung. And then the front 2 rods hit before I realize the back ones are hung. And I'm like.
So are you drifting or are you dragging them?
Well, I was dragging, and I realized how bad the bottom was. I started suspend drifting. And then I anchored down for a while. When I was anchored down, I didn't lose any rigs.
How often are you anchoring down while you're fishing a tournament?
Today was the first time I've used my anchor in 5 or 6 months.
Kevin's Trophy Catting and Bassin. What's going on, buddy? He says it's the Devil's Playground where he's at.
Yeah, because yesterday the heat index here was 110.
I'd melt.
Yeah, it was here today, like Monday or Tuesday of this week here.
You know what the high was over here today, Becca? 74 degrees.
Oh, shush it.
Tomorrow they're saying a high of 75, 74 the next day, 77. It's not going to be 80 degrees until Friday, it looks like over here.
Did you hear my phone go off?
Kind of.
Yeah, that goes on. It's been going off constantly. Those are actually heat warnings here. And, but actually we got a cold front coming in on Monday. It's actually supposed to drop down to the heat index will only be 96. It's supposed to be 88 with the heat index. Yeah, with the heat index of 96. So, but that, so it goes from 110 to 96. That's a pretty good drop.
Well, here's a question for everybody. What's too hot to fish?
Never.
Never.
No.
I don't know about all that.
Because you can still splash water on you and cool yourself off.
90, 95 is too hot during the day. I'll wait till the evening time.
I'd come closer to not fishing because it was too cold before I would too hot.
Right. And you can always, well, wait a minute. I have that back. I was going to say you could always take more stuff off than put stuff on, but I got that backwards. You can always put stuff on and not take everything off.
Yeah, Ryan, you got to come up here and do some ice fishing.
Yeah, it's probably dead.
I was still trying to get Lyle to go ice fishing. He won't do it. I told him I'd rent one of those Argos. You guys know what an Argo is?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
They're those 6-wheel like ATVs that you can sit like 2 people side by side in. Like on the, I don't know if you're old enough, Brian, to know what the banana splits were. It used to be this silly show back in the day where these guys would drive around in these things and they got a stick on them. It almost looks like a tank. They got 6 or 8 wheels on them, but they
1 banana,
float.
2 banana, 3 banana, 4.
Yep, exactly. But they float. So if we go through the ice, he ain't gonna go nowhere. But he still don't want to do it. No,
still not gonna do it.
No. Offered to take him up to Wisconsin, get him in an airboat because the bareboat ain't gonna go through. He won't do it. So
I'm not getting on no ice, knowing that there's a whole thing of water under me. I don't care how thick the ice is.
Ice part's not a big deal. It's the part of being out there and it 2 below 0 not happening.
in my shack, I'll get it up to like 70, 72 degrees in there, and I'll fish in my t-shirt on a 5-degree day.
Yeah, but how about walking out there to it with you?
Well, you're gonna walk out for how long to grab a tip up or something? You're out for what, 5-10 minutes? You ain't gonna die. Maybe you southern folks might die, but I ain't gonna die. If it's 40 degrees out, I'm in a hoodie and happy.
You're not gonna die, but you're borderline.
I put a photo out back in the winter where I was busting ice out here on my paddle to get out on the kayak. That's about as close to ice fishing as I'm going. It was like 33 degrees that day.
Well, that's cold. If you're exposed to the wind and stuff on a kayak, man, that's when you're gonna freeze. That's misery to me.
Kevin said that he don't want a burnt sausage, but you can always put sunscreen on. Just get the real, the high SPF. Don't get some of that low stuff.
See, Tiger knows what time it is. He said I'd fishing is on his bucket list. I'm going to try and get somebody out this year. I think Betty was talking about wanting to do it once. So we'll see what happens. She likes to fish an awful lot. She might even like it. We got a trip planned up in Genoa, Wisconsin in October. So we're going to go chase walleye. And, oh, my God, my glasses are all messed up. We're going to go chase some walleye and some perch up there and maybe get into some sturgeon. I got a plan to chase some big sturgeon up in Wisconsin, too, early in this fall. I got all sorts of plans. I just got to figure out how to get there. And none of them have any – well, do I have any plans to do any more catfish or crappie fish? Well, winter, I might go up way north and fish out of a Suburban on the ice. How about that, Brian? You up for that?
I could handle that.
You would get in a Suburban on the ice with tracks?
The ice is not the problem. It's their freezing to death part.
That's right. You did mention the freezing to death part.
You put me in a truck and drive me out there and let me sit in it, I'm good. I'll be there all day.
I think this thing's got trap doors in the back seat.
Yeah, I wonder why.
To fish through, not to get out. Listen to you. That was pretty darn funny, though. Oh, Jesus. So, what time you fishing till? You said 8 o'clock, Ryan?
Yeah, I'll be out here I got to be back at the ramp by 8.
Okay. How far are you from the ramp?
About a mile right now, downriver.
So you can't fish until like the last minute because you guys sub everything with photos, right?
Yeah, I can fish. I have to be back at the ramp at 8 to turn in my pictures.
So you got to be at the ramp to turn them in. Okay. Yeah. And what's the reason for that? Am I missing something? Because it doesn't make sense to me.
We're not using the app. We're just meeting back in person.
Oh, so you guys are actually fishing in person.
Yeah. Okay. This is an in person. There's a boat, a kayak, and a bank tournament going on all at the same time right now for this. It's fishing for autism, right? I post a lot of stuff about it, but they Taylorsville Lake and did a tournament here a while back, and they got a hold of me after that tournament and asked me if I'd come up here and help them run this. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, we'll just do the tournament on our side and do it alongside y'all, and we'll donate y'all 20% of all our entry fees, and do it that way. Because they know the boat tournaments and the bank tournaments, they know what they're doing there. They just didn't have a clue about the kayaks. And I just kind of volunteered to set it up and run it all for them, which I know the guys around here, and I know who I could invite that knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? And you don't get anybody on a kayak out here on the Ohio River. You can get by with it when it's low and there's no current flow, but when it's like this out here, truthfully, I probably don't have any business being here, but
you'll get it figured out. All you need is a little bit of time. You usually do a good job of figuring spots out. I do want to say hello to Corey, the Flatty Days. I'm guessing Corey is fishing tonight if he's up this late, unless he's going to work.
Yeah, but he might be on the way to the water.
That too. It's a weekend. Maybe he's fishing a tournament, or he's just out there because he's working. What are you doing, Corey?
Corey, what's happening?
If he's out on the water, he might be taping. I'll send him an invite too, see if we can't get him up here.
He probably on his way. He like to get there right. Told you. Oh,
actually, he's heading home. Either he did really good or he did not so good. Which is it, Corey?
Usually around this time, he might be headed to the water. Looking at his videos, he'll go right before that sun come up. He'd be on the road. I never
noticed that. That's pretty perceptive of you. He's always out there in the middle of the night.
Their tournaments.
See, he fishes. Sometimes he fishes. He comes down my way and fishes. When he fished the Potomac, he literally drives past my house.
That's when he's chasing. That's when he's chasing blues. Are you stalking him, Brian?
I just watch where I see where he's at in his videos, so I'll be knowing where he at.
Gotcha.
Cause he on my neck of the river, so I'll be knowing where he at when he out there.
There's Justin. Justin was out partying tonight. He sent me some pictures. He was out at a concert. I don't know if he wants to say where he was at. So when he's out your way, is he fishing for flatheads out there too, or blues usually? Skeletor, what's going on? What do you keep laughing at, Brian? What's going on?
I was laughing at Corey.
Oh.
He said he tried to last them out, but they won.
And that happens a lot.
I try to wait them out a lot, and it pays off.
Sometimes it don't, does it?
I'm not even marking fish out here today.
Now, how often do you actually fish the Ohio River, Ryan?
Not as often as I'd like to. Last year, I fished it probably twice a month. This year, I haven't really fished it that much just because of the tournaments. If I'm in them month-long or 24-hour tournaments or something, I try to hit water that I know. And
definitely, Corey.
And up my chances of getting, because I can go right there by the house and normally get blues pretty often, pretty regular.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's a new ball game. I'm trying to learn new stuff. It's not a good time to be in a tournament.
Now, how often do you go out and pre-fish for a tournament on waters you don't know?
If I would have had the opportunity, I would have came up here, but I had to rig this kayak. This tournament was, I think, 2.5 hours, 2 hours from the house. I would have came up here one day this week after work and pre-fished, but I just got this PA-14 and I had to rig it all up. I took all my rod holders and stuff off my 12, my trolling motor, all that, put over on this one. Had to do a little work on the trailer. Got a new trailer with this kayak.
You sound like you were a busy dude.
Yeah, I've had a busy 3 weeks for sure.
Brian, Run and Gun wants to know where you're from. I don't know if you want to share that, but maybe a general location or a state even.
I'm in Maryland. I fish the Potomac River. DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Where all the good blues at.
Do you ever travel and fish the James? Do you ever travel down and fish the James River any?
Nah, I ain't came down there. After Has went down there last week or a couple weeks ago. I ain't too pressed.
Man, you guys all start talking smack on that James River back and forth, don't you?
Look, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
They know that all them up there, Dan and Stan. Those are bros.
We had a rough time, man. I was there with Has on that deal.
Yeah, I seen you.
But now I'm fixing to put a video out of my first morning there. And man, I had a wild morning up there for real. It was on fire that morning. And then we went back out for the evening and it was just like somebody flipped a switch and turned it off.
Oh, wow.
Being there, I had a 34.5-inch fish in the boat, a couple of 20s, and I had my line get broke, which rarely happens. I think not on.
You need to talk in pounds, Ryan. All this inches stuff, that doesn't compute with me, bud. You kayak guys really mess me up when you start talking inches and that.
I probably had a couple of 10-pound, 10 to 12s.
Okay.
30-pounder. I had my line broke in 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes I was on the water.
Now, what kind of line are you? What are you running? What pound test?
That was 50-pound braid, reaction braid.
Okay.
Whoa.
Now, I think that's part of my problem tonight. I've got a lot of new gear. My kayak, like I was talking about, I've got 3 brand new reels out here today. I got all that juju to get off them new gear. I just started running mono because I can't get planer boards with clips that'll stick to braid.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up 7,000 size reels and started running 40-pound mono.
Yeah, you got to go up to the 7,000 if you're going to run mono, especially at that diameter and stuff. So to get all that line capacity. How much line capacity do you need, Ryan? Or do you just not want to have to put new line on as often?
When you start breaking off 8 rigs in a trip, that's a lot of line.
It is. It's not all on one reel though, bud.
No, but I mean, if I had been using a 6,500 with 40-pound mono, 2 breakoffs on one reel, and I'm going to have to start putting line on.
Yeah. I see. I'm used to that shallow water fishing, so I don't lose too much line. I really don't. I'm fortunate that. I mean, I got the same braid on my 2 of my reels now, going on the 3rd year, and I check it, and I take like the top 20 yards off of it, and I check it every time I get a fish or I get hung up, make sure it's not frayed at all. Or even when I use a slip bobber, if I'm using a slip bobber, I'll check it because those bobber stops are notorious for messing up braid. They really are. So
thinker slides they wreak havoc on braid.
Well, if you're using like that Suffix 832 that I use, it's got that coating on there. I don't find that to be an issue with mine, fortunately, I don't know how other ones are. I've used spider wire and stuff, and that stuff's just not my thing. I don't really care for it. So
no, spider wire, I tried it for a while, and it's good line as long as it's new. But once it starts getting a little bit of wear on it, it's done.
Yeah.
The reaction braid, the reason I bought it was because it was the cheapest thing on Amazon when I was looking for it and just looking to try something other than the spider wire, and it held up great. I have no complaints about the reaction. Well,
that's good. That 832 I talk about all the time, it ain't cheap. That stuff will cost you some money.
I've actually got a guy wanting me to ship with him on Vicious braid. But I told him to let me try some, and then I'd get back with him. I'm not using braids, so I don't know. My suspended rods, I'll keep using braids on. But if normal day, if I'm at my home lake, I'm suspending 2 and dragging 2. My suspending rods, I'll keep braid on. But I just like a kayak when a fish hits, it gives you that spin. Plus, you've got the give of the kayak rolling over. And that mono's got that stretch, so all the stretch in the mono plus the give in the kayak and the flex in your rod, that fish has to pull a bait 3 feet to set the hook. With braid, it takes a lot of that out.
I agree with you there. And tell us what it's like when you got to break 40-pound mono in a kayak.
I just stand up, wrap it around the reel, and pop it.
Yeah, and you're able to do that without the kayaks like pulling towards your snag?
In my kayaks, yeah. If I was in the one I started with, it would be cut it. I started in a Lifetime Tamarack doing this, and that's sketchy at best. Anytime you're that kayak, it's a different ball game. But now this PA-14, I have kicked myself since the first time I put this rig on the water because I wish this would have been my first kayak. It would have saved me a lot of money.
Now, what brand is that PA-14?
A Hobie.
It is a Hobie, okay.
Yeah.
Man, you can probably buy a real boat for that much money, not a Tupperware one, bud.
Figure out what I've got in fish finders and rod holder brackets and trolling motor and all that. I could probably have a really nice big boat.
That's what I'm thinking. Because when I was kayak fishing, I was thinking, you know what? This is starting to cost a lot of money. I can get me a big boat.
I've actually got a 18-foot ProCraft bass boat at the house. And I've got rod holders to mount on it and all that, but I just don't doing it because I don't ever use it. I take it out or the kids want to go out, and that's it. That's the only time it goes anywhere.
Brian, you look tired, bud.
Wasting the boat. You wasting the boat.
What's going on, James? How you doing, bud? Yeah, we don't do this too often on my channel, but we were in Brian's channel and his kind of live stream crashed. So Becca messaged me, said she wanted to go live, and I figured we'd see who was out there and what's going on. So I don't do this too often.
Blame it on me.
I gotta blame it on
see.
I distinctly remember somebody putting in the chat box that they were not ready to go to bed.
Yeah, that was me. That was me. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
Good
not
night,
ready
Mike.
to go to bed. This guy is not ready to go to bed.
Zach, what's going on, buddy? Does anybody here use catalpa worms for catfishing?
I have and did good on channel cats, but as far as big catfish, I've never done any good with them.
That's what I hear from a lot of guys who use them, that they're great for channel cats. But I know guys who've caught channel cats on, what are they? What are those blackberries, Ryan? They grow on the side of the road.
Oh, mulberries?
Mulberries, that's it. I know people who catch carp and catfish on mulberries too. So
if you can find a mulberry tree somewhere, usually this time of year you can go get under it and you can catch channel cats because the wind blows and knocks them off in the water, and channel cats will actually hang around those trees just because of that.
Yep, that's exactly where they catch them. Justin's giving you some shade, Ryan. He says, I can't bring myself to spend that much money on a Tupperware boat.
If you 50-pound blue or a 60-pound blue out of one.
Hey, I've caught like 20 to 30-pound flathead out of them. They're a good time. And I had a barge one too. I had one of those big rigs, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's the same fight as it is on a boat or from the bank. I mean, you're completely at the fish's mercy. I mean, wherever it wants to go, you're going. You're just hanging on, wearing him out.
I just got too tired of paddling. That's all. What's going on? What's up, Stephen Corley? How you doing, bud? So what kind of trolling motor you got on there now?
I've got the Minn Kota Riptide 55-pound thrust.
Well, now, is that a remote controlled one, or is it actually you got to steer it?
It is, but I don't have the spot lock and all that on it. I can upgrade it to that for like $300, and that's actually probably coming pretty soon. Spot
lock is overrated if you're a cat fisherman.
Yeah, it is, but at the same time, like out here today, I could have used the course heading on it and just let it drift me where I wanted to go, and I could have laid back and took a nap.
Yeah, that it's good for trolling and stuff. And I'll
take a nap.
Do you ever worry about falling out of that boat?
No, I've slept 6-7 hours on my other one before. Never had a problem.
Well, I guess it's I'm not getting one, so I guess it's easy for you to say. I told Hans said, "Man, come on, man, get you one." I said, "No."
The Hobies have armrests on the chair, just like a lawn chair, and the back lets back, and the bottom tilts. I mean, it's adjustable, real quick, real easy, and once you get in here, you're just kind of wedged in like you're sitting in a big lawn chair.
Yeah, but you're right there on the water. That's what get me.
Good morning, Mr. Cross. How you doing, buddy? I know they're heading out. Him and Betty are heading out fishing this morning. I'm surprised. Well, actually, no, it is 4 a.m. there, 4:15. So they're getting up probably now. So if Betty's up, Brandon, tell her I said hello. He probably he wakes up in the morning, has his cup of coffee, and catches up on all the YouTube stuff every morning. So he probably is like, what the hell is Mark doing on here?
Like, Mark must be flathead fishing or something.
No, not yet. I'm in training for tomorrow. I think I'm going to go live after Avid show, see if I can do an all-nighter. We'll see what we can do.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Yeah, this cold weather might turn them off. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You don't know unless you try, right, Ryan?
Exactly. You can't catch them from the couch.
Yep. It won't be the first time I got skunked. If I do, it won't be the last.
Yep. I'm out of here. Told me it's got 20% battery, so.
You're losing battery, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to end this in a few minutes. I just wanted to come on here for a little while. We've been on here. I don't know. How long have we been on here? An hour and 15 minutes already. 27 night owls out there. What's up, everybody?
All right.
Maybe we'll see.
Mark.
All right, bud.
All right. See y'all.
Good luck.
Good
Let me know how you do, bud.
All right. I'll try to go live from the weigh-in.
All right, sounds good. If I'm up, which I doubt, I'll watch the replay. That's what I'll do.
Brandon said she ain't up yet.
I didn't think so. I think she was having a hard. Well, she was sending me TikToks at like 1 a.m, so I didn't think she'd be going to bed anytime soon. Yeah, this old guy will watch TikToks when they're sent to him. Is that your son walking around behind you?
My nephew.
Your nephew? He's a night owl too, huh?
Yeah, my son upstairs. I can hear him. He's on his game.
Yeah.
He got his headset on, so he don't even know he that loud.
So what's his game of choice? Where is he playing?
He played Black Ops or
Black Ops,
Madden, or the 2K basketball, football, or that little Black Ops.
I played games for a while. Then I figured I was wasting way too much time. Now I get on here at 3 a.m. and talk to people all over the country.
Every time I turn around, he asking me for $20 or $30, $40. I said, hell, I keep giving them money to play the game. I be getting you another fishing rod.
There you go. Do they like to fish?
He do,
yeah,
but he don't like going early in the morning.
Yeah. You know what
I'll
I
get
found
up
out?
at 6, 7.
What I'm learning from a lot of my friends, since I'm a little older, is, their kids are coming back around. They kind of leave the sport for a little while, get all that out of their system, go chase some girls around, but they always end up coming back. So
yeah, he's 13, so he like it. He just don't like to go when I go when I say, hey, we leaving out at 6.
So when do you two like to fish best? At night or during the day, early morning, what?
Me personally, I'd rather go in the morning.
Yeah, I'm in the morning.
In the summertime, I prefer to go in the evening.
Yeah,
when the sun went down.
Man, I got that. I put that bimini top on my boat, and I'm going to town with that thing. The only thing is that wind blows you around a little harder than normal, but
yeah.
And it also depends on what I'm fishing for, too. Depends on when I go. So, because if I'm crappie fishing, I want to go early in the morning.
Hey, let me ask you this, Becca. Now, when you're catching crappie down there in that hot water, is it mushy? Like everybody says, they say crappie in hot water is soft.
You talking about the crappie itself?
Yeah, the meat, like when you cook it.
No.
I know when
there's no difference because the crappie, when the water's hot, they go deeper.
Yeah, but how?
There's no difference in the meat. I mean, there's no difference in the texture of the meat.
Difference? Okay.
No.
That's interesting because I've been talking to a lot of people, and crappie fishing gets tough this time of year up here. It really does. They do go deep, but they get all closed mouth. They don't want to bite for much. You'll get one or two, but you're not going to get a limit very easy. I talked to SK about that a while ago. So,
and I mean, when I say they go deep, I mean like down here they be down at the dam, and you're talking like 12 feet. I catch barn doors in like 12 feet. So, but no, I've never noticed any kind of difference in a texture or anything of the crappie.
Running Gun wants to know if you got big crappie down by you.
Oh yeah, we got barn doors because I know exactly where I put every single tree in the water.
And Tiger says he says don't eat summer crappie here. That's kind of the comments I've been getting from everybody.
I think my biggest crappie is 4 something. I got it written down.
4 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. That's a beast. You got a picture of that somewhere? I'd like to see what a 4-pound crappie looks like in your little
packed
hands.
Packed up somewhere.
Oh. Good night, Kevin. How are you? Have a good one.
Matter of fact, I said we catch a lot of barn door crappie, and I've got a voicemail message. Thankfully, I've got this, from my daddy, and he's asking me, he's calling me the night before, asking me if I want to go fishing the next morning. And in there, he says in there, so we can go down there and catch some more of them barn door crappie, So I'm so thankful that I have that voicemail message from him.
Running Gun wants to come down that way. Running Gun, you better hunt. You better hunt, or else Miss Becca will turn you away.
I don't turn him away.
She'll turn you away like a bill collector.
It's just nice. It's just nice to be able, it's not, non-hunters are not bad.
I was with Mark last night, but I couldn't keep going back and forth because I had to go to sleep. I was like, why? You could teach him to hunt.
That's what I told her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Non-hunters are not bad. As long I can go out there. Of hunters. I can go out there and get all the meat, okay? But it'd be nice to have them, up there to assist me in dressing them out.
I hunt. I just hunt catfish.
When I say I've never hunted, it doesn't mean that I don't want to shoot a deer or a squirrel or any of that. It just means I ain't never had the opportunity. So
yeah, and that's actually a lot of people that ain't ever, had that. And the only thing I don't like is someone getting intimidated, by it. So yeah, I don't really want that. I want somebody that doesn't mind, if a girl can do something.
Just don't shoot me.
Yeah, exactly.
Only takes one shot.
You sleep like this.
Matter of fact, it's kind of funny. It's a funny story. I got a cousin. Now, he did pass away a few months ago, but
was his wife the reason?
No.
Oh, okay. You had a check.
But anyway, he always kept his rifle in the window of the house.
In the what?
In the window. So he had the bedroom, okay, and the rifle is sticking out of the window, and the window's closed, right? So
the window, is that a kind of like a safe or something?
No, it's the window that you look outside.
Window.
Winter?
Anyway, the barrel, okay, actually started rusting. Okay. But yet, and the deer feeder's like way about 100 yards out there. So all he did was just sit from his house. It's like one big, huge blind, He sat from his house and, got the deer when they come up. I'll never understand why he never did take that rifle out of it, though, because they said the barrel started rusting and that's not safe. But anyway,
he wanted to save a few seconds.
That's exactly right. And that's also Arkansas for you.
Justin wants to know if you have any good places to hunt wild hogs by you, Becca.
Yeah, we hunt down on our hay leases because you want to keep them off your hay fields because they tear up the tractors when they rut up your ground, and that tears up the tractors. And your tractors are very expensive to fix.
Justin called us the city slickers, Brian.
Okay,
I got no problem. I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
Polar Bear says he makes his sister bait his hook all the time.
That's between you and your sister, Polar Bear.
Now, see, if that would have been in Arkansas, that would have been a big joke. Okay, they would have made a joke about that.
I actually fished in Arkansas a long, long time ago when I was a little kid. I couldn't even tell you what lake it was on, but I know there was a military or an Air Force base nearby because they were running them planes overhead while we were fishing at Mach 1. It was all sorts of noise. It was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, see, I got a tank on my property over there, or y'all call them ponds.
I was going to say a tank, like a military tank.
Oh, we call them tanks here in Texas, but y'all call them ponds. And anyway, I got one of those over there, and I was really honestly thinking about putting like bait in it. You know how y'all go catch all your perch and everything else?
Right.
I got thinking about that. I could stock perch in it, and then I could just catch my bait out of it, and then go fish. Then go.
I know a gentleman in the catfish community who shall remain nameless. It's got like, I think 8 ponds on his property, and they're all full of bait. So all he does is go out wherever pond he wants to catch some bait from and grab them, and he heads out to the river from there. So pretty good setup.
I mean, I never thought. I got a bait tank out here on the back porch that my daddy built. It's all stainless steel, and I was going to take it. Matter of fact, in my video, that the one where I built the snowman, the snowman is actually built on top of that bait tank. So, I'm gonna take it with me. But then I got thinking about that. I could put the perch right in there, or over there they call them brim. We call them all perch.
We call them bluegill here. Run and gun 81. My biggest crappie is not 4 pounds, that's for sure. It's like 2 pounds 4 ounces. It's not that big. I live in colder climate, and I caught that one a heck of a long time ago. Most of the ones I catch, I'm not even going to lie, are going to be eater size. Anywhere from 9 to 12 inches normally. Every now and then I'll get a 13 or a 14, but they're usually thin. Here they just don't grow as fast. Hopefully I plan on getting on some big crappie in one of these days. So yeah, I should hit my own like. There we go. Watch this. Now there's 17 likes. 17 likes in the middle of the night. I was talking to Mr. Dieter Melhorn, and he's saying that comments and likes and thumbs up and stuff don't really matter anymore. They're not even looking at that stuff. I don't know how that applies to like channels just starting out. They might still use that as a way to judge a channel's success and following and stuff. So I would still recommend doing it for most of the new YouTubers out there.
So what does he say though that matters? Thumbnails. You want to get a good click-through ratio. You want retention as well. Because if you can't keep someone's attention for 8 minutes, they can't sell 2 ads. That's what they want. Wow.
And if it's a longer video, you got to keep a higher retention rate. There's a lot of ways to get around that too.
I want to do a thumbnail of an actual thumbnail.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's very existential of you.
You kind of wonder where that came from,
Why do I picture Willie sitting on his lazy boy watching Frozen, probably partaking in the devil's herb while he's doing it too? That doesn't sound like a bad night.
Willie, what are you doing woke? You're supposed to be asleep, bud.
He probably never went to sleep.
Nah, he went to sleep because he was silent in our chat for a while.
Was he in there too? Did he come in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, did he want to come up? He's not feeling good.
Yeah, so how did that chat come to be tonight? You just felt like having a chat or what?
Yeah, it was like, hey, let's just chit chat. I thought about it earlier. I said, you know what? Maybe on Saturdays, a lot of people don't go fishing on Saturday nights. Maybe we'll get together and do a chit chat show. We went for what, 3 hours?
Yeah, you were on there for a while. Jesus.
About 20. We kept it a good. I was looking. I think we kept it at about between 25, 27 people. With a pop-up chat, I gave it like a 30-minute notice, 45-minute notice.
Yeah, what do you guys think is better? Giving a lot of notice for like lives or stuff? Like, let's say I got a stream ready to go for Monday. I got a guest coming in on Monday. Do I start pushing it Monday morning? Do I need to push it a week before, 3 days before? What do you think works best?
Well, your show is on Monday, so everybody knows it's going to be.
They pretty much know, but I'd like to get new people. I'd like to get new people to show up. I always like to see new names in chat.
I would say give it 2 to 3 day minimum, just because somebody scroll through and see it, and then sometimes you scroll through and don't see it again.
I think it just
Regardless
depends
if you
on
just was on
remember.
the channel or not, you just can't find it.
Yeah, I think it's just it's just if you're gonna remember that the show or whatever you're doing is coming up, because I know, like with mine,
I always hit the reminder.
yeah, well, I know, but well, then it just goes off whenever it's time. But if not, mine sits here, and you see it the day that you put it up, but then it disappears. I mean, it's buried down there, so it just, I would have to remember that that particular one's coming up. Otherwise, you just have to wait for the the notification to go off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then the notification go off, but you might be doing something and you ain't got your phone.
Exactly.
My phone, I don't have my email set up to alert me. I don't have Facebook set up to alert me, nothing. Because if I did, I would never get anything done. I'm not even lying. So in order for me to see a Facebook message, everything like my text, because I give out my number, obviously to family and stuff, and I'll put it on like the private setting, I think. So after 10 o'clock, the only texts or phone calls I get are from people on my favorites, like emergency contacts and stuff. Everything else will just go to voicemail. If it can wait, that's fine. If someone needs to get a hold of me, they know how to get a hold of my family and they can get a hold of me. But other than that, I would literally get nothing done.
And you see my screen kind of little black squiggles in there now. That's because my light just went off.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some 8-foot fluorescent bulbs in the kitchen, and I don't know if the bulbs go. If it might be the ballast, I ain't sure yet. So the lights will just go off, and then in about 20 minutes they'll come back on.
Steven, I'd love to fish Grenada someday. That's on my bucket list. Definitely on my bucket list. Grenada, I got a couple other spots I want to fish for crappie out there.
All right, Corey. Glad you got home safe, buddy.
Hold on, I'm scrolling through chat here.
I can't read that one name that came in.
Looks Russian to me. What's going on, my friend? How you doing? All right, Corey. That's what you were saying. Gotcha.
Mr. John came in from Fishing Frustration.
John, what's happening?
How you doing, John? What's up, buddy? I actually won one of his stickers today.
Oh, I saw that during the kids tournament.
Yeah, I don't win much, Brian. I'm not even going to kid you. I barely ever. Actually, this is the only thing I ever won, and I keep it on my desk. I just got it in the mail like 3 days ago. It was a bait knife.
I ain't win nothing until first thing I won was on the bank Iron Cat, and I won a good prize.
You did. You won, didn't you?
2 tickets to CatCon.
You know what?
And then end up winning the boat challenge. I won the one night stay and 2 more tickets.
Fantastic. You know what? I almost won that one night stay in the tickets on Palmetto's show. It how it goes through all the names on the StreamYard tool?
There, and then it
got me, and then it went bloop. And I was like, son of a. I'm typing like Kermit that meme going.
Oh.
Ooh, good morning, Mr. Lee. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, what's going on?
Uncle Luke, what is you doing up?
When I think the first thing I ever won was a football pot when I was in the 3rd grade. You know how you play the squares?
Mm-hmm.
On them or whatever. I picked the right, numbers and everything for it. And I actually won $30, which, was a lot to a kid, back then. And I thought I'd take that to school to show my friends. Well, that was a mistake because I got in trouble. So
why'd you get in trouble?
I'm still pondering that to this day because I thought it was really cool, but the teacher didn't think so. And she sent me to the principal. Principal called my folks, and in my family, I wasn't even allowed to make a B in school. I had to make all A's, and So I did get in trouble by my folks, but I never understood that either. I thought it was pretty cool. Hey there, Mr. Willie.
Willie's saying hello to everybody.
Uncle Lou, I'm trying to figure out why Uncle Lou was up. You know what time it is?
It is. I think Uncle Lou's in Missouri, right? It's 3:37 out there too. If he is,
there's my man right there. He just came in the chat.
Back roads and bass.
Back
What's
road.
going on? That's
Mr. Kevin right there. Personality that just won't quit.
Somebody's sweet on Mr. Kevin.
Yep.
He's got. I mean, his person. I don't know if you ever watch his videos, but they are so. I don't know. They're just funny, you know. I like the way he thinks, and he's actually down in south of here.
Okay, I'll have to check his channel out.
Yeah, he does some. He's just some funny stuff.
Well, he comes highly recommended. Maybe you want to post his link in chat for him, Becca. How about that?
I can do that. Well, I mean, I'm just saying I like his channel. That's all I'm saying.
Uncle Lou's probably at home packing up rods.
Uncle Lou don't do no work.
He what? You don't do no work?
He don't do no work. Just sit around the house and talk trash and YouTube chats all day.
I don't think I've ever seen him talk trash in a chat. Have you, Becca?
Hey, wait a minute. Where'd all your videos go?
He on vacation.
Well,
Uncle Lou just won a tournament. He be showing off.
Oh yeah, I saw those pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
He took down all his videos.
Why? He got Uncle Lou got smallest fish, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Smallest fish.
Hey, if it pays in the money, I'll take it. What's going on, Roger?
Hey,
how you
Roger.
Doing? Well, thank goodness I still got your TikTok. Or just take your TikToks down too.
Hey, Becca.
Oh, it's a long story. Okay.
Sound like a stalker.
Well, I was going to
No. we kind of go way back, you know.
Really? Do tell.
No, I mean, it's on YouTube. It's nothing like that.
Uh-huh.
Although he did have a brother.
Now it gets interesting. So you guys were laughing at this.
I'm just teasing y'all. But he really did have he had some awesome content until he just took it down.
I did, Uncle Lou. I seen it. I said, look at my uncle. My Uncle Lou caught biggest fish.
I thought you said it was the smallest fish. Which one is it?
I was just saying that to mess with him.
With him? Gotcha.
He trying to be funny because he's saying I caught fish. He trying to talk about me, saying I don't catch fish.
The plot thickens. It looks like back roads and passes. You want his brother, huh, Becca?
I don't even know his brother. As I said, he just has some really awesome content, and he's got one of those personalities that when you listen to his videos or watch his videos and stuff, he just makes a lot of sense. I mean, I like the fishing ones and all that stuff too, but he just makes a lot of sense.
How so?
Well, because he tells you like it is, but it's in a funny way. I don't know. You'd obviously have to never go watch him now because he took him down.
Are you saying me and Brian don't say it like it is?
No, y'all are just different. Y'all have a different.
You hear that, Brian? We're different.
We're all individuals. Good Good morning, Mr. Roger. How you doing?
We already spoke to him.
I didn't say hello.
We're
So
up
we're
late,
different.
Roger. I'm probably gonna go out. I'm probably gonna go out tonight late after Avid show. So I'm thinking I need to be able to stay up all night. So I figured might as well sleep all day, and this is the best way to do it. So that's what's going on. So who are you going up to Erie with, Roger?
Hey, Mark, I'm gonna jump off.
All right, Brian, you have a good one. What do you got planned for Sunday? You going fishing?
I might go fishing at the Bible study.
Okay,
for a little while, depending on the weather.
Well, you enjoy your day. Have a good Bible study, and if you go fishing, good luck.
Check y'all later.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks for stopping in.
Brian, Mr. Lee said that you're different, all right.
Yeah, I know. He's different too. All right, y'all be good.
Have a good one, man.
I appreciate it, Mark. Bye, Becca.
Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Everybody's wishing Roger good luck. I got to get out to Sandusky Bay. I'm looking forward to that.
Where is that at?
It's on Lake Erie, I believe, right, Roger? Tommy and Minnow Dunk. Oh, if Minnow Dunker's with you, I'm pretty sure that you guys will get on some fish.
Oh, yeah. I've seen him in there. I've seen him in chats.
Mm-hmm. I got to meet him at the meet and greet. He was a good guy. Loves his muskies. Definitely loves his muskies.
See, I ain't never got a chance to catch anything like that because, you know, we don't got those here.
Look at that. Speak of the devil. What's going on, Tommy? How you doing? Am I wrong in saying you love your muskies, bud? So, Becca, what do you got planned for your Sunday?
Well, usually I'll watch a little stand day, and then I don't know, it's all different, but I watch stand day and then I go to church. I try to take Sunday and make it more a little for me, but I end up always, you know, still working around here. And you know, so
I actually talked about going to Sandusky with the crosses. Maybe we'll meet because I think I can do a day trip out that way. So we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of hard to head out to Sandusky when I can just go north and be in Mendota, Lake Mendota, in an hour and 50 minutes. So either way, but still, I'd like to fish it. Definitely, I want to go fish those big towers over there. So when's the last time you've been fishing, Becca?
After my niece's recital.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know, about 6 weeks ago, I guess now.
Well, it's not too long ago.
No, as I said, I only got to go out because it was down there in the town that's got the lake that I always fish in, you know, for my crappie. And so I only got to go out there for about 30 minutes, but I caught 6. I caught, I caught 6. I caught 4 crappie and 2 sandies.
What's a sandy?
Oh, y'all call them white bass.
White bass, okay.
Yeah, we call them sandies.
I thought sandies were actually yellow bass, but it's good to learn something new every day.
No, we call them sand bass, or sandies for short.
Now, did you keep them for the freezer?
Yes.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
And how do you like them white bass? Everybody, my buddy over at Shama Lures, who's kind enough to send me a bunch of lures, says when I catch them, I need to make sure I get that red meat cut out of them real good.
You know what? Honestly, I'm one of those people that even with like venison and, all that, I don't ever take the gaminess taste out of anything because I like the gaminess out of everything. So, so even with the fish, I don't mind the taste of that.
Yeah.
I like the natural way that they come out of the water. So I don't try to alter them in any way. Well, except for like taking their scales off.
Well, I've had some venison that tasted like it was ground beef that sat out in the sun for a week, but I've had venison that I couldn't even tell the difference between that and really good beef. So I guess it has a lot to do with how you clean it and treat it, right?
It is. And a lot of people don't know too that coyote, it actually tastes like ground beef.
Really? I heard the opposite.
If you put them side by side on a table and didn't tell somebody that's what it was, they really wouldn't know any difference. Especially if you make it like in a fajita type meat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you really don't tell the difference. Most people just don't want to eat coyote though.
Like onions and green peppers, the whole deal.
Yeah. But it's I don't know, as far as fish, I clean it, most of the time I fillet it. Just like most people do. Except for like when I catch a lot of perch or something and want to eat it, I usually make them whole.
Now when you say perch, you're talking like bluegill type fish, right? You're not talking yellow perch, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Well, kinda. I mean, they're all perch here. So we just catch perch, but ours are, they're like, like this, whereas like a lot of y'all's is like this.
We catch all sorts of sizes. There's some big ones out here, not like that Thai Pig Patrol was catching in his video that they were talking about. That was some big ones in there. Lyle sent me a link to that video as soon as he saw it. He was catching like 2-pounders. It was crazy.
I mean, the perch here are the greenish color. A little bit of yellow in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's what you're calling, I mean the meat, the meat's not yellow.
No, yellow perch is actually a species of fish. They're related to walleye. It's part of the walleye family.
Okay, yeah. Then no, it's just regular perch or whatever. Regular, but.
What's up, Mike Turner? He's like he can't believe that he's seeing us up here at this hour. Well, we're changing people's perception every day here on Catfish and Coffee.
So even Backroad says in Texas, we call them all perch.
They do that out east too.
Yeah. But there's probably bluegill, sunfish. It's green sunfish. Yeah, it's the green sunfish that I'm talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Well, green sunfish is a little different out here too. Well, green sunfish is a greenie. That's what we call them. But it's closer to it. It's like a half breed. I'm not even gonna get into that. Don't want to risk being wrong, but they got a mouth like a bass, goes behind their rear eye a little more. They got a little green on them, and they're mean. If they got to be 20 pounds, that'd be another fish I wouldn't get into the water with.
Yeah, see, y'all get all complicated up there. We keep things pretty simple.
It's not complicated to me, Becca. It's just how it is.
That's why I said, I'd be terrible at hosting like one of those, the fish shows that you have to know like what everything's called, just because I know it by sight. Mm-hmm. I know what it is, but I'd have to research all the different, between like north and south and east and west but anyway, I like to cook them whole because I like the fins and the tails.
Becca, your pure personality, and that carries you far. Don't ever think like that about yourself. You do just fine on here. You're on all the shows, and people adore you to death. So
that's what I said. If YouTube ever became work to me, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm kind of don't want it to be work. I just want to be able to get out there and fish and hopefully share that with everybody. So now I'm talking like a businessman. I don't want to do that, but you get what I'm saying. Minnow Dunkers, I hope the weather straightens out for you and Roger, man. That would be cool if you guys could get on them. So looks like they're going to fish all night. Papa T, what's going on, my friend? Have a good night, bud.
Now in Arkansas, they do call them brim. They don't call them perch. They call them brim. They look the same, but they call them brim. So, and they also call them ponds. So I have to watch it when I say tanks, because they don't know really what I'm talking about.
Well, a tank is pretty much just a man-made a man-made pond for cattle to water themselves, right? That's where the word tank comes from.
I think that's where it came from, with stock tanks.
Yeah, stock tanks. They got the metal and the concrete ones. I know what you mean when you say tanks. I just like to give you a hard time or make sure that people in chat know what you're talking about. So. Oh
no, these ain't metal and concrete. These are they
do make them from concrete too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, we're talking about like an acre big, or
well, I understand that.
Acre. Y'all make concrete ones that big?
I don't know about that big, but they make them pretty darn big. Especially if they're
Oh.
irrigated, they'll do that, especially in drier climates, probably closer to the New Mexico side. Where are you at in the state? What, north, south, east, central, what?
More towards a little bit south central.
South central? Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
So a little closer. And what's the climate like over there? Are you desert? Are you woods? What?
We're not desert because that's west. We're not woods because that's east. We're more, we got oak trees and stuff like that, but they're not as like wooded areas.
Mm-hmm.
It's prettier down in the hill country, which, you know, you get out of the metroplex, because I'm a little south of the metroplex, but, you know, in the metroplex is what you call DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth,
Mm-hmm.
everything in the surrounding areas and all that stuff. So I'm south of there, but not quite south enough to be where it's more of a kind of a rocky type terrain, and you get a lot of mesquite trees and a lot of it's really actually beautiful down in the hill country.
That graduation I keep mentioning today, I'm bringing that up because the young lady's older brother, he's going to school in Waco. He's in Baylor. So we were talking about Texas today. He really likes it down there. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't move down there when it was all done. So, but he's doing pretty good for himself down there. He's a good kid. So I think he comes in and he watches like the replays every now and then. So Josh, good luck, man. He's looking forward to going to school on the 13th. They're starting school early this year, which is cool. He's got himself an apartment there for the first time and a girlfriend down there. So he's starting his life out right. He's doing good for himself.
Waco is a lot of pasture lands and kind of a plain, what I call plain, you know, because it's a lot of pasture lands and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's a big water skier and wakeboarder, and I guess when he's down there, they do a lot of that in man-made lakes and stuff. So that was kind of odd for me whenever he would send me pictures when he's out there. But you know, different strokes for different folks. Me and him always getting arguments, pleasure boaters versus fishermen. So me and him always get pretty close to blows. The young man, good-looking dude.
Yeah, if I didn't move to Arkansas, I would have moved down to the hill country here in Texas. So,
I got a lot of biker friends that really like going down the hill country, especially for the rallies out there. They'll go out there and ride a lot.
The hog hunting is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, there's tons of hogs here. Now I do also have land out in East Texas. So, that's our original family farm out there. But yeah, but I'll be happy in Arkansas.
Look at this, Becca. You're on here, and I'm like doing a fishing interview for you, and you're answering everything awesomely. I must say, you're doing a great job.
I just don't know what the technical terms for of all this stuff. You know, I'm not. It's like I was telling them earlier. You know, I've been tying like this knot, forever. And it wasn't until Palmetto's knot tying contest that I was like, oh, that's the name of that sucker. You know what I mean?
Were you in the contest, or you were just watching, right?
No, I actually didn't even know about it in time. Okay. But yeah, I'm kind of like and I know it's going to sound terrible, but I'm kind of like a monkey see, monkey do. You know, it was taught to me, and then then you just work with it.
Yeah, that's the best way to learn is by doing it that way.
Yeah. Somebody starts asking me technical questions, then I'm like, yeah,
That's okay. We'll get you there, no problem. Minnow Dunkers says he'll take a good mess of bluegill or crappie to beer batter. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Mike Turner says, I just want to retire. I don't care where. Crisco Disco. Roger likes the Crisco Disco. That's a cool way of saying it. Let's see what else is going on here in chat. I'm trying to keep up with chat. That's the one thing I have to admit. I have a hard time keeping up with chat when I have guests on my shows. So this is a welcome change to be able to take a minute or two and make sure I'm acknowledging what everybody's saying in chat. So still got 17 people watching, Becca. How do you feel about that? It's what, 3:57 here in Illinois.
I'm used to this many people being in it
Nice.
this time of morning, because that's usually, it's a lot of times it's a lot of the same people all the time. Now yours is a little different because you've got more people. So yeah, it's really, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I can think of worse ways of spending the night, like wasting time watching mindless television, which I don't do. Do you watch a lot of TV, or you find yourself watching just YouTube?
No, honestly, even growing up, we never watched a lot of television.
No.
We were always outside and stuff like that. There was television. I'm not going to say I've never watched it. I know a lot of the stuff, but it was just never one glued to it.
Yeah, you seem pretty well versed in pop culture from back in the day.
Yeah, I was just saying, I know.
Was that you that acknowledged the banana splits earlier?
Oh yeah, 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4, exactly. 5 banana, 6 banana, 7 banana. Oh yeah, that's what I said, because a lot of that stuff was when we were little, and we'd watch a little TV or whatever maybe before we did our homework or whatever, and then we'd head on outside.
Roger says you were telling ghost stories yesterday at 4 a.m. Was that on Aaron's stream?
Yeah, actually, I was telling those, but they were true stories. So I guess you consider them ghost stories, but they were true. They were based on my personal experience.
So you believe in ghosts?
No.
Okay.
So, but they were just things that are kind of unexplained, that still make me wonder about these things.
Well, Mike, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully the rest of your workday goes fast. Polar Bear has a question for me. He says, Mark, do they make catfish rods with a shorter handle like a bass rod? You'd mentioned you fish a lot of ponds and stuff, Chad. Why not use a bass rod? I mean, it'll work for you, right? You can get a custom one made. I don't know if you're looking to spend that kind of money. But that's a possibility as well. So, I mean, those would be the options I know offhand. Do they make a short rod one? I don't know, because a lot of catfish rods are built to go into rod holders. So,
I think it also depends on which catfish you're kind of targeting. If you're just targeting, channel cats, bass rod's just fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to handle it. If you're out there targeting like 70 pound, you might want to take a little second gander at that one.
I agree, Becca. Definitely. Roger says BCF has the shortest handles of all the catfish rods. Big Cat Fever. I haven't had my hands on too many Big Cat Fever rods, so I couldn't help you with that. I know the majority of the ones I have, actually the rail splitters I have, they have a shorter handle than the rest of the rods. And the Whisker Seekers are fairly short. Now that I'm thinking about it, they're shorter than like the other rods that I have, like the Slime Cat or the Uncle Lewis or something, but if you can figure out how to use a longer rod, unless it's causing you some problems when you're using it, they'll all work for you. But if you're chasing channel cats and ponds, a bass rod should work fine.
My deal is I need to know, and I've asked this question many times, and I always get different answers for it. So, I think it might be all in preference, but it's the reels that I need to put on these catfish rods. And I guess, everybody's got their own preference. So I'm having a hard decision trying to figure out what I want to put on them.
Yeah, I get that, Chad. I can understand where you're coming from. So if I come across something, and definitely we'll let you know. But I'm guessing you've been looking as well, right? What's going on, William Warner? How you doing, bud? Pork chop. I like that. Pork chops are good. You like pork chops, Becca?
Oh, I love pork.
Pork's a good thing.
Yeah. And see, we always dress out our own. And,
So Now, when you move to Arkansas, what are you going to do about your ribeye addiction?
What do you mean?
Well, you're always talking about how
So
you
they got
ribeye for
ribeyes in
breakfast.
Arkansas too.
So I thought you would get them off your farm, off your ranch. I didn't know that.
We
buy them. All right.
These are breeders. We wouldn't eat our breeders.
Stephen Corley says Bass Pro is a short handle rod, medium action. I don't know if it's labeled a catfish rod, but like I said, it'll probably work. Oh, I thought you were getting them, from your personal stock. I was just assuming that all the time.
He said no. These right here, they're breeders. So
okay,
yeah, you'd never eat your breeders. Now, once the breeders, once they stop, because their cycle will end too. Mm-hmm. Once they stop, or if you have one that something like maybe it prolapsed, and I don't know if you know what that means. But,
yes, it's something to do with the birthing process. Yes,
right. So once it prolapses, you don't want to use that one anymore because it'll never be the same again. Okay. So once those happens, yeah, you can have you can either take it to an auction and they sell the cattle, or you can do it yourself. Most of the time, though, you're going to get a lot more money for it if you take it to the auction.
Right.
So, so it's kind of a no-brainer. Take it to the auction, get the money, and do all that. But there's a lot of them that process one every now and again for stuff. So
you were just selling like stock, right? You weren't raising them for slaughter or for anything else, right? You would just
you take
birth them and hand them out.
You take your babies, and if they come out bulls, if you take the males, you don't need all the bulls. So those go to auction. Mm-hmm. If you get the females, then you decide if you want to be breeders, make them breeders or whatever. You got to make sure you rotate your bulls though. So, because you don't want to inbreed.
Right.
When we raise the beef masters, we also have on some of our land, we've got the Angus, the black Angus. But what I had here on this property was the beef masters. And that's the cow that you see in my video of the little baby calf. That's a beef master.
Okay. Now, how hands-on were you in raising those calves once they were born?
I mean, the mama does all the work.
Yeah. So remember, City Slicker. Hello.
Yeah, the mama does all the work.
Explain it to me like I'm 5 because I need it.
I did have so that's the reason I was talking about the prolapse. I did have one that prolapsed, and the vet had to stitch her up so that she couldn't deliver early. Okay, so in other words, he takes twine and he goes and he, basically closes her up with it.
Gotcha.
And then when it's time for her to actually birth, then the rope should break. Okay, just from the initial thrust. Mm-hmm. But if it doesn't, then you got to take a pair of scissors out there and cut it, and make sure. Now, if you're asking, have I ever, assisted in delivery of one? Yes. So.
Well, there's other work that has to be done after they're born, right? You got to vaccinate them, correct? Or give them antibiotics. Sometimes, not always. They do it themselves.
No, I mean, it's just like anything else. You don't have to vaccinate them.
Gotcha.
So
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not. Now, like on our chickens, that kind of thing, because we sold the eggs, we did have an egg license. So we could sell to grocery stores and restaurants and, all that stuff, because you do have to have an egg license. Now, if you're a mom and pop thing, where you just put a sign out in your yard that says eggs $1 a dozen, then not so much. But if you do sell them commercially, then you do have to have that egg license.
Gotcha. Mark Dishman, how you doing, bud? Good luck striper fishing. I hope you slay him today, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're just doing a late night chat here. People.
Yeah, and I fished striper tournaments when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started the striper tournaments when I was about 12.
Where were you fishing for striper?
Down around Lake Whitney.
Okay.
Yeah, which goes into the Brazos River.
Okay, that's another fish on my to catch list. I've caught wipers, which is the hybrid stripers, but they're small on the Tippecanoe River when I was fishing for them. So
those suckers can fight.
Even the little ones put up a pretty good fight.
We got a place down there that we call the White Bluffs.
Mm-hmm.
Basically because the bluffs are white. But that's what we call them. Now that's really, really, really deep water, and you'll really get into some of them there.
Nice.
But that was a lot of fun. It was me and my daddy, and that was a lot of fun.
We have some power plant lakes here that have them. Maybe I'll try to get them. Right now, I need to get a bunch of other fish caught, so we'll worry about that later. Just kind of reading through chat here, see what's going on. People are talking amongst themselves. Polar Bear says blues and shovelhead are on my list. You mean flathead? Oh yeah, you're from Ohio, right, Polar Bear? Those Ohio people love calling them shovelhead. Did you know that?
I didn't even know what a shovelhead was.
Do you know now?
It's catfish.
Well, it's a flathead.
Yeah, it's a flathead.
they call them shovelhead in Ohio. Even in the Ohio regs, it says shovelhead when they're talking about them. So,
yeah, because I guess I just knew them as flatheads now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because here, I mean, yeah, there's some lakes like Tawakoni. What's the other one? Anyway, they'll have those big monster cats, but I stuck a lot to just right around here, so a lot of it was like channel cats. Because I told you I was just interested in getting the ones to put in the freezer. I didn't have an interest in pulling in this humongous fish that's bigger than the boat. So my main focus was always just filling the freezer.
Jeremy says he had to get some Waffle House. Have you ever eaten at a Waffle House, Becca?
Oh yeah, they're here.
And what do you think of them?
It's a commercial breakfast.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know if I'm supposed to be jealous or sorry for them. I'm still undecided on Waffle House.
I mean, they're all right, but it's just, obviously homemade's going to be better. But now I will tell you that my mama said that Waffle House was the only place that knew how to fix her eggs that she likes. Because I don't know, she mixed all kinds of cheese in with her eggs and all that crud. But yeah, I mean, they're okay.
It'll do in a pinch, especially after a night of drinking. That can't be bad. They're 24 hours, aren't they?
Yeah, and it all depends on the cook, just like everywhere else. Some cooks know what they're doing, some cooks don't.
I couldn't agree more. I'm really, I'm not going to. Anyways, we won't talk ill about family members. We won't get into that discussion here because who knows who's watching. So,
well, right, and you got to remember, I'd always cooked.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Something that tastes good.
Well, come on. There's got to be something you really enjoy.
Mean, you can't narrow it down. I mean, honestly, okay, if I had to pick one thing.
Now, I never said one thing. I said, what do you like to cook? You can name more than one thing.
Oh, well then, okay, anything that tastes good. but I mean, I like I love deer steak. So
yeah,
I love fried venison. And so, fried food's always good. But then I also like things that are grilled and blackened. I'll tell you something I really don't care for, and that is fried shrimp.
Like deep fried shrimp?
Right. Because people put, if I do it at home, it's different. But if you get out, they put so much breading on it that you can't taste the shrimp.
So they're just trying to fill you up on those all-you-can-eat deals, right?
I want to be able to taste the meat.
So how do you bread your stuff? What do you like using?
Well, it depends on what I'm breading.
The shrimp. Let's start with the shrimp.
I don't ever fix fried shrimp.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, I like to either, I'll just saute it, I'll grill it. I don't ever really fry it here just because I like the natural flavor of it. I love it cold. You know, so yeah, I don't ever fry that. Things that are fried, I don't fry
What do you coat your crappie in?
cornmeal.
Just cornmeal? So you're a cornmeal kind of person? I'm not the biggest fan of cornmeal. I'll pull a little bit in there, but I've used panko, I've used breadcrumbs, I've used flour, always with a mix. I'll use some of the store-bought stuff. But when I do that, I kind of doctor it up a little bit. When I use like panko or something, I'll throw in some regular breadcrumbs in there just to fill in the gaps, because that panko will come off, and it's so coarse that there's a lot of space in between each one of the actual crumbs. That works pretty good. No one's ever complained about eating my crappie, so I guess I'm doing all right. How about you?
Yeah, and I don't make the bread and thick. I mean, when I say I use cornmeal, you're talking
Just
about,
dust
put a little bit of sometimes I use milk,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and other times I don't. Sometimes I just dip it in the cornmeal and I put some salt and pepper in it. Not so much salt, but more pepper. Sometimes I'll just dip it straight in there and then just throw it in the fryer. Other times I might, dip it in some little bit of milk and then, then put it in the cornmeal. But it's always very light. And throw it in deep fryer. That's really very simple.
Look, good morning, Jeff. How are you doing, sir? I think you know what's happening here, Becca. I think it's because this is the first time I'm doing one of these, that some of the people that are night shifters or early risers are actually getting to come in here live, which is kind of cool. So,
oh yeah, you're gonna get in the morning crew.
Getting the morning crew coming in, people on their way to fish and stuff. So
they usually start in about my time. They start about 4:15, 4:30. East Coast, they start, usually about 5:15, 5:30. And plus, I said it's the weekend too.
This is true. People are going to be getting up and getting ready for the day. I'm sure people are going to church. I'm sure people are going fishing and stuff, or getting ready for. Some people just get up. I get up early in the morning, or when I do, first thing that's on my mind is coffee.
See, and I don't really drink coffee that much.
No.
Nope. I might drink it a couple times a year. So I'm just not really much. I drink a lot of water.
The Wrights trapping. Now, now is coyote what everybody calls the Wrights trapping? Am I picking that up right? All right. So Coyote says he likes cooking on his Traeger smoker. Yeah, I have a pellet smoker too. It's easy cooking. It works well, and like I say, nobody complains about my cooking, so it must be doing something right.
Yeah, I do. What I like to do is I like to experiment with things. Not so much the meat itself, because I said I like to keep it simple. It's more stuff that goes around it. Maybe you're going to make a gravy or some kind of sauce or something like that. I like to experiment more with that, or things that you don't think could go together. Like I did a seafood, what I called a seafood casserole. And I stuck catfish with salmon, with bass, and mussels all together.
Wow, that's quite an eclectic dish right there.
Exactly, and so I was just wanting to see what it tastes like, and I mixed it with cheese and some cream and some heavy whipping cream and some seasoning stuff, and baked it in the oven. Oh my gosh, you know how many times I've made that since then?
You like it, huh?
Yes, it was so good.
Nice.
So,
like I said, I'll try anything, right? Yeah, people are getting ready for Stan Day Live. What time does Stan usually go live on a Sunday morning?
About 7, I think.
Yeah. 7 our time or 6 his time?
7 our time, 8 his time, somewhere around there.
All right. So he's got a couple hours of sleep to get. Yeah, he only went to bed like an hour ago, right?
Yeah, in about an hour and a half. Because you've been live now for over 2 hours.
2 hours and 13 minutes to be exact.
See, that's what I said. You do it and they come. And now I love experimenting with that, like bacon, and I love wrapping stuff up and baking different stuff, and I don't know. I like throwing things together. I made a soup once that had 6 different nationalities in it.
Really? What? Yeah. How did you make that soup? How'd you give it that many different nationalities?
a lot of the seasonings and just stuff I put in it. But do you know what my base was?
What was your base?
Cottage cheese.
Really? For soup?
Yeah. When you take cottage cheese and you put it in the microwave, that's what I said. These are just all weird things. But when you take cottage cheese and maybe you want to add a little bit more of some other kind of cheese with it, like, cheddar or whatever. And then, pop it in the microwave. The cottage cheese actually becomes more of a liquid form, depending on how long you cook it. But you still have the little chunks of the cottage cheese in it, so it gives it substance. And I put like Indian, I put Mexican with it. I put some basic American is what I call it. I mean, I put different stuff. I think I put some green onions in it, and I don't know. And I just do stuff in it. And
I've never heard of anybody using cottage cheese for a base. That's kind of weird. I don't know if I would do that.
It really is weird. But you know what? It was so good. And just like I'll make a mock lasagna, what I call a mock lasagna, or a mock enchilada or something like that, using cottage cheese. And like on a lasagna or something, you use cottage cheese and mix some little bit of ground beef with it, a little bit of your marinara sauce or whatever kind of sauce. The marinara sauce.
Marinara? That's pretty cool. I like the way you say that. I'm going to start saying that. I'm going to start calling it marinara sauce.
And your cheese, and you just pop it in the microwave and, just let it cook just a little bit, and then you kind of mix it up. It really does taste like lasagna. It just ain't got all the noodles. So kind of more of a low carb version. I mean, obviously your real, your real lasagna is going to be better, but but I don't know, it really is good because I don't really like cottage cheese by itself.
The Wrights Trapping is asking if I've had bacon wrapped hot dogs. Absolutely. I've had them on a grill. I've actually smoked them. Good stuff. You can't go wrong with bacon. Bacon is love. Whiskey is love. Fishing is love. There you go. You heard it.
Thinking about that moonshine.
Bacon sandwich. Now you're talking.
Oh, yeah.
You call them maters too?
Yep, I call them maters. Sometimes I'll say tomatoes. Taters, potatoes.
I say tomato. I shouldn't be talking because I have like a bad Chicago accent. I know I do. Do you think I have a bad Chicago accent?
Well, I mean, everybody's got an accent to me.
Yeah, this is true. You should hear my parents' accent. It's pretty heavy, especially my father. Good dude. That reminds me, I'm going to call him tomorrow and see how he's doing. I'm fortunate enough still to have him around, so that's a good thing. I know you lost yours a little while ago. I'm sorry about that, Becca. I didn't mean to bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, cherish every moment you got.
I'm trying.
Yeah, as I said, I lost a friend the other day to a drunk driver.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that was well, it was a little bit over a week ago. And let's see, I think it's up to 14. That was the 14th family member or close friend in the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get to be a little older. I know I'm experiencing that. You start losing people along the way. It's kind of rough. It's all a part of life, though, Celebrate the time you have with them and celebrate them when they're gone, and that's the best you can do. Stephen Corley has something for you up on the screen. Can you read that, Becca?
Becca say wash.
There you go, Stephen. They're just picking on you. You want me to stop them?
All right. Yeah, I don't care.
We can time Stephen. Timing regulars out, but this is not the bait shop. We do that on the bait shop all the time.
I think the one that laughs at, the one that they laugh at the most is, and I've done this for a long time, and I know how to spell it and all that stuff, but it's just, how when you're in the habit of the way it's just the way you talk, because I'll call it a refrigerator.
Yeah, I heard
So,
you say that the other day. I'm like, refrigerator.
yeah, people laugh at that one. So sometimes I shorten it and just say fridge.
See, look at that. You're in good company. Stephen Corley says that's how Loretta Lynn says it. And if Loretta says it, you're in good company. So,
I've actually got a recording of me singing Coal Miner's Daughter.
oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of these live streams you can sing it for everybody.
No.
No, why not?
Because
The more you say no, the more people are just going to want you to do it. So everybody in chat here, I want you guys to start bothering Becca and all the live stream. No, we don't want to do that. She won't get in them anymore. Willie says Rocky Fork used to be good. Could have just been a bad day. I've caught a lot of nice fish there back in the 90s. Yeah, Rocky was pretty tough when we fished it. There did one big catfish did come out of there. I think it was 16 plus pounds, a channel cat. And that guy, he got on him. I think he's one of the few people that got three channel cats to weigh in. We had one. We didn't even get the smallest fish. We were beat by D by like 2 ounces. Hers was 2 ounces smaller than ours. So good on her.
Wow. And as I said, the little whisker derby this morning or yesterday morning, man, they caught some. I love to watch them catch fish.
So do I.
They get so excited. And, the 2 personal bests that came out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was Lauren's, right? Michael Morello's daughter, and also Parker's, Jerry's son, right? Thomas, I believe his name is.
Somebody said that's his nephew.
Oh, his nephew. Okay.
So yeah, his was 9.76, the blue cat, and Caitlin's was, I think it was 8.74 channel cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice size channel.
He's got my PB Blue Cat beat. My PB Blue Cat's 8 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, you're talking about there, but I just love their excitement. Of course, little Miss Lauren was up there wanting to know what the prizes were, and she kept wanting to have an iPhone 12 as a prize.
Oh, who was saying that?
Miss Lauren.
Lauren was saying she wants an iPhone 12.
Yeah, because they were telling, I think Miss Amy was telling Larry from 3+1 when she went back, over there. And he said, he goes, we are more than happy if Michael wants to get an iPhone 12. He goes, I'll make sure that she gets that prize.
They ain't cheap. I got an iPhone 11 that I like. It works pretty well. Can't complain, but I kind of lost I used to be big on getting all the newest phones all the time, and now they're just turning into phones. So even like before I even started this YouTube stuff, I was doing every 3rd generation. Now unless I need something that's got bigger capacity or better picture quality, it is what it is. It's just a phone. Like I was saying earlier, I keep it on silent all the time.
Well,
so
I'm actually very frugal.
Mm-hmm.
I really am. And
really?
I actually went, yes, I am very frugal.
Uh-huh.
I do a lot of the barter system.
Okay.
I look for deals everywhere I go. So, and I don't mind, talking somebody down, even if I'm at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I said I ain't been to a Walmart in 2 years. So, but I've always been like that.
Good for you. That's the best way to be. Why spend more than you have to?
Exactly. So I went from I finally upgraded. I have a Samsung, and I went from a Note 4. So that's how old it's been. I went from a Note 4 to the Note 20. I mean to the Galaxy 20 Ultra Plus. So it took me from a 4 to a 20 before I upgraded.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Yeah.
Jeff says he'd rather be watching kids fish. I'd rather be watching the kids fish rather than play video games. It's a good thing. I agree.
Now that
Ricky
is one
says
thing.
He's on an iPhone 6.
That is the one thing I was telling. The last stream was, I mean, it's not the same as video games. But when I donated a prize for the kids tournament, I wanted something that was different, still kind of fishing related, but different. something that I don't know, just something that you don't normally think of. And someone had suggested an idea, and so I ended up getting a video camera. So, and they were calling it like a YouTube starter kit, but
Starter kit. Yeah, I heard you guys
Yeah.
talking about it. I think that's an excellent idea.
So I'm really hoping now. I'm thinking that's probably going to end up going to Caitlin because I think I was doing biggest fish. So yeah. So, but you think about it, and if they really want to be like their folks or whoever, and they want to do a little bit of their own stuff, get them something like that, let them work on it, and then you'll know whether or not they're really serious about it.
Maybe it'll get them out there and do a little more fishing with her dad and her mom. So
yeah, just something different.
Josh and Christina are good people. I got to meet them. Good morning, Ernie Brown. What's going on, Ernie? I know Ernie's an early morning, but he was out fishing yesterday, if I remember correct. I'm in a group chat that he's part of, so I think he was posting pictures of them fishing. Maybe if it was even last night. You'll have to forgive me, Ernie. Everything's it's 4:27. We'll give it 3 more minutes, Becca, and then I think I'm going to call it.
Does that say, 21 people?
Yeah, 21 people. People are starting to wake up. That's what's going to happen. People are going to come in here with their coffee and stuff, and I'm not going to have any, and it's going to make me really crabby when they start talking about it. Oh, that was the other day.
I do have a coffee. Well, I got a Keurig over here.
Yeah.
And then I do have a separate coffee pot, that's like an old timey coffee pot. It's not a percolator, but it's the old timey coffee pot.
A drip one, right?
It drips down, but I use it to make iced tea.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that do that, so that works out pretty well.
But since the Keurig does hot water, then, because I do like, sometimes I'll drink hot tea if it, like the flavored stuff.
Mm-hmm. Ernie makes a strong cup of coffee. Everybody likes to use a drip pot. I do too. I'm not big on the Keurig pods, but you're not a coffee drinker, so it really doesn't matter, right?
No, it's actually one that I got my daddy.
Yeah.
And so, but I use it now. And if I drink coffee, it's just a cup, a few times a year. Then I can't do it black, but I don't put a ton of stuff in it either. I just put a little bit of hazelnut syrup in it and go with it, and that's it.
So when are you going to head out to one of the tanks and do some fishing live for us?
When I get to Arkansas.
Oh, you're not going to do it there? In Texas?
No. That's what I said. I've got a lot of stuff already packed up.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not going to unpack it just to go do something like that. I want to go forward.
I get it. I can understand that. Ricky has to go back to work. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully it ends pretty quick. I'm guessing he's on third shift, right? So that would mean another 2-3 hours before he gets to go home, unless he's working overtime.
I can't remember what he was saying in a live stream. What he does, he does something about he builds computer chips, and then he also does something else. He put it in a live stream once.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the other one. It's amazing what you find out about.
You do a pretty good job of keeping it all straight in your head too.
I think the biggest things are like everybody's names.
Yeah, that's the hard part. I mean, I'm starting to learn everybody's name, and they're growing faster than I can remember them, which is, I'm trying to keep up. So if I ever mess up somebody's name, you got to forgive me. I use that excuse that, my last name is so hard to say that I get a pass.
Isn't it Prisbus?
Not even close.
I heard you say it once. Prisbel?
It's Pshibish.
Pibish.
Pribish. Close enough. You get a pass because you've been up here with me for almost 2.5 hours already.
Yeah, you'd probably have to write it down and do a pronunciation.
Phonetically. Yeah, we'll do a phonetic spelling for you.
And then let me know that once, and then I get it right.
Most people I do that before, they usually get it right away. It's not as difficult as you think. It's just a sound that people aren't too familiar with. I guess Steven is out fishing. He says the wind is blowing so hard he can't tell if you're getting a bite. Yeah, that makes crappie fishing rough, Steven. Unless you're catfishing. I don't know. Either way.
He must have got off work because I thought he said earlier that he was at work. But that's been hours ago, though.
It's been an hour ago.
No, it's been hours.
Ours?
Many.
Okay. There he is. What's going on, Avid? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Avid.
I'm surprised he's just coming in now. I think he's still at work, unless he went home.
Let's see. He's cotting. Is that what he said?
I'm catting. He's catfishing.
Oh, catting.
Well, good luck, Steven. I hope you get a monster. He's still at work. Yeah, I'd have sent you an invite if he came in sooner, Avid. I'm getting ready to log off here in about 20 seconds. We'll go for an even 2.5. What do you say, Becca?
That sounds good.
And
then who's going live?
Who is? Oh, somebody else?
I said, then who's going?
Maybe you can talk Avid into going live. If he's still at work, he might be willing to do that.
I don't know. I'm probably need to maybe get an hour of sleep or something. I don't know. It always just been.
I am sorry you're having a rough day, Avid. I know how that goes. All right. Fishing Frustrations. Have a good one. His name is John, correct?
Uh-huh.
That's what I thought. I got it right. Ding, ding, ding.
I don't remember what time it is over there right now.
Get some rest, Willie. Hope you feel better, bud. All right, Steven, everybody's heading out here. We're at 2 hours and 30 minutes and 33 seconds. So, Becca, I think I'm going to end this chat here. I appreciate you keeping me company. Thanks to Brian P. for being in here, and Ryan, if you guys see this or you hear about it, I really appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for coming. I mean, we still got 19 people in there, 32 thumbs up. You know what I noticed? My hater must be sleeping because I didn't get my thumbs down yet.
You know what that means?
What's that mean?
You need to have more streams like late at night.
Oh, maybe we might have to do something like that. It means that everybody that's been in here is not that person. So that's good. Maybe this is a good way to figure out who it is. The plot thickens, Becca.
I do better as just a general conversation than I do, like specific.
You did fine tonight when I grilled you.
So
fantastic. It's habit for me because all I do on the shows is I do all the fishing shows. So this free form stuff is new to me. So how did I do?
Oh, you're always awesome.
Oh, thank you. All right. On that note, everybody, I'm gonna say good night.
We think we'll keep you.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel good. That makes you that makes you guys one of them. So hold on. Why did I get my channel? Was my channel who is my channel? That's not even showing up in the StreamYard one. That must be a troll. Do we have a troll in there, Becca?
I don't see one. It's good seeing you too, Mr. Kevin. That's Backroads.
Oh, Backroads. All right. Well, you guys should touch bases. Maybe you guys can make a connection.
He's married.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, interesting.
That's what I said. That's what I said. He just has his personality that, it's just unique. It's kind of like, what's that thing? How do you catch a unique rabbit? Unique up on it? Yeah, unique up on it.
I figured that out. I didn't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see another troll though.
All right, I'm going to say goodbye for everybody. Have a great one, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Get some rest.
Night.
All right, bye-bye. And we are out.